Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the GDQ Hotfix. You're now watching Game Masters here. I am your host, Kiara_TV. We got an awesome dual run of The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim and Morrowind. They're both going to be completed today, but the way they're going to be done is a little bit interesting. More on that in just a moment. But I want to remind everybody that Black in a Flash is a community that uplifts and connects Black speedrunners of all levels, hosting special events throughout the year to raise money for charity and celebrate Black voices in the speedrunning scene. Learn more or apply to get involved at gdq.gg/BAF and follow at blackandflash.bluesky.social on Blue Sky for the latest updates. Also, Frame Fatales, GDQ's all-women and femme speedrunning community, preparing for its next event, Flame Fatales. Running from September 7th through the 14th, the schedule is now live at gamesdonequick.com/schedule/58. Type !FF in the chat for more information on how to join Discord and stay up to date with all things Frame Fatales. I'm going to be doing a run in that. It's going to be even more awesome now. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce everybody to Musical Daredevil, aka David, who's going to be taking us through, I think, one of the more unique ways to speedrun two games together. So let's hear a little bit about the run here, David. What exactly are you doing here? Because the first time I heard about this, I was like, huh? Wait, what? How is this possible?
Yes, there is actually a route for Skyrim called Glitchless Main Quest. And I see a comment there in chat wondering whether it's actually possible to do that. We'll be talking about that during the run and some of the gray areas that we get into with a glitchless run of Skyrim. So in keeping with the spirit of Game Masters here, this is going to be a bit more of a showcase. You may be seeing a timer a little bit below me down there in the layouts, and that timer is going to be a bit more of a suggestion because we're going to be really showcasing Glitchless Main Quest for Skyrim. So we're going to be going through the run, of course, and through the route, but we're occasionally going to be stopping, we're going to be showing off some stuff, we're going to be explaining why we do things a certain way, and going a little bit more in depth than you might see with a typical speedrun on like the GDQ stage, for instance, or in a speedrun marathon. I won't be doing this alone. I have a couple of other folks with me who are going to be helping to explain all the things you're going to see and all the strats. You two want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Pekkanen, and I ran this category for a very long time. I held the world record for a span of about 2 years, and I constructed a lot of the current route that you're about to see.
Yep, and I'm Kronos, also a former world record holder of the category. It's been a long time, though, since that. But yeah, it's always great to be on couch for a Skyrim run. There's always a lot of cool things to see, even in a glitchless category.
There sure is. As someone who's been on the couch for a couple of times for Skyrim runs, I think both of your runs, being on couch for Skyrim is a lot of fun. Also should mention, Pekkanen and Kronos both very, very good at Skyrim, and they could probably kick my butt if this was a race. But I'm in the hot seat today showcasing this, and they get to silently judge me as I do lots of things wrong. But this is a showcase, so, we get to do the opposite of a race.
We're going to have a lot of fun.
We are. Exactly. That's what we're here to do today. Have fun.
Today's going to be a blast, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Now, I'll be honest, I myself am not the biggest fan of Skyrim, but Skyrim speedruns are so silly to watch. Like, just all the, like, even in the glitchless one here, there's very silly things that will happen that really are a treat.
Yeah, there's lots of extremely silly things. And if we have some time at the end, there might be even more silly things coming up at the end. If some of you might be familiar with runs, you might see some of these file names here. But anyway, let's just go ahead and get into the run itself. Time is going to start when I get full character control. So not right when I load the save, but I will give a countdown once you can start the timer.
And MD, right now, David is playing as a high elf. This is because they're the tallest
3,
race.
2, 1, go. Alright, go ahead.
Right. So David is playing as a high elf. That's because they're the tallest race, and because Skyrim physics, the taller you are, the faster you move. High elves have a height of 1.08. That's the highest, followed by orcs, which have 1.045, and then Nords, which have 1.03, and the average is 1. So high elves move 8% faster than average.
Yep.
That's
What you saw right there was Alduin being very, very helpful and helping me get out of Helgen very quickly, so you don't have to do the whole tutorial.
Come here. Let me.
Yeah, just jumping over Alduin's wing and jumping over the wall and basically skipping most of Helgen. A lot of jumping over things in Glitchless.
Yep. Also not that difficult to do. You can actually learn it at home with enough practice.
Yep. And you'll also see here, there's a lot of shoving going on with NPCs, and this is to skip their dialogue. Since if NPCs get interacted with in any way, whether it's by staggering to skip their animation or something, it will bug out their dialogue and basically stop it. And that's basically how we do it. A lot of dialogue skips. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but just by interrupting it, you can just skip it.
Yep. You'll be seeing lots and lots of us bumping into NPCs to get to the end of certain lines of dialogue. One other thing I should mention is that stamina management is very, very important. You saw I almost ran out of stamina there, and so now I've kind of reverted to just jumping and bunny hopping. Yes, there is a lot of bunny hopping in Glitch's main quest. If you're thinking about games with lots of bunny hopping, this is one of them.
question for you. How bad is it if you let the stam gauge fully deplete?
So you're actually going to be seeing a lot of that once we get out of here. We do a lot of planning and stamina management just to kind of plan out places for stamina to run out and places what we need to run.
Okay.
So you might even see it run out during the tutorial. You will definitely see it run out once we get out of the tutorial. And I'll explain a bit more about why we let it run out and how.
Yeah, there's a lot of like very big intricacies in this run that are very hard to
I need
notice.
these lines. Come on. Okay.
Yeah. So, for instance, getting coins is very important, getting the wine. Like, a lot of the stuff that we're collecting is just crucial for the run, even when it might seem, like, kind of random. Especially because in later parts we'll be using it and just optimizing every source of resource that we have. And that's one of the main things about Glitchless that makes it very cool is how optimized you can make it with just the standard Skyrim mechanics.
I would like to talk about the wine because this is a strat I came up with on the day before my GDQ 2020 run of this category. And basically, if you collect a bunch of wine and alcohol, each bottle of alcohol restores 15 stamina. So if you collect like 30 or 40 bottles throughout the run, which you can do with very little time loss, then toward the end of the run, in the sections where you can't press the wait button to restore stamina, which is what David is doing right now, you can't do that everywhere. So in the later sections of the run, he'll be drinking that wine to restore his stamina so that he can sprint continuously.
Yep.
Awesome.
We are going to be drinking a lot of wine at some parts of this run. So any wine fans in chat, this is the run for you.
Does it prevent you from like running in a straight line, mess your camera up, and all that?
There are actually no drunk effects. The only real
Really?
negative effect it has is that you don't recover stamina. But if you have enough wine, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because you're just filling it up anyway. I guess the Dragonborn is immune to being drunk.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
It's the dragon blood.
There's lore there.
Yeah.
There's lore.
Yep.
Make sure you got forever with fast travel point here.
Yes, thanks for the reminder. I forgot to do that during a practice run, and I was like, oh no! And that was the end of that run. There it is.
Yep. All these locations are very important to get since we'll be traveling back to all of these places later in the run, and just having the walking access right now that we're right next to it is like super convenient. And if we were to do it any other way, well, we're going to have to like walk around for another couple minutes before we reach the same spot again.
And I see you like waiting for like 1 hour at a time.
Yes.
At least as far as I can tell, seemingly random spots. I'm assuming it's not random and there's a reason you do it that way. I'm very curious here.
So if you look in the lower right corner, you'll see that I am running until I am all the way out of stamina, which is what you brought up when we were in the tutorial dungeon. So what I do, and this is the initial movement loop I have, is I run until I run out of stamina, and then I wait, and then you see I recover all my stamina. Now, If I am still running when I wait, like I'll just wait here, you'll see I don't actually recover my stamina. I actually have to stop and then wait.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm just going to pickpocket this guard's shield off of him. I'm going to pickpocket his bow. And he's going to take me to jail. Don't worry about it. We're fine.
Whoa!
The reason why is because now we're here at Dragon's Reach, so you don't have to, like, deal with the guards and getting the quest and do all that stuff. They just took us straight here to Dragon's Reach. Thanks, guard.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yep.
I mean, very technically it works in real life the same way, but I don't think
guess
we
so.
want to do that.
Forgot to talk to the character driver. Oh well.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
But
One town, you're
another
going to
thing.
one town, right?
Back and we'll be off.
What's up?
Yep.
Perfect. Just making sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Been to Windhill?
Yeah. I do need. I go
Another
to get that
small
fast
thing
travel.
about
Go ahead.
Say the big old palace there.
Yeah, another small thing about the waiting times is sometimes we are waiting even when we're not fully ran out of stamina, and that's because there's certain sections where there might be enemies in front, so this is like the latest part where we can wait before restoring our stamina, and other situations like that. So just by optimizing where and when these like enemy occurrences are and stuff is also a pretty important point.
Yeah.
I can't believe you just stole a horse. Who does that?
Yeah, we just stole a horse, and not only any horse, but it's actually a bit overpowered.
Oh.
I'm gonna wait here. Horses have stamina too, by the way. So if
Yeah,
I just
they
run
have like
into
an
this wall here-
invisible stamina. Yep.
There we go. I don't think I made it all the way up.
Oh. This is
Yep,
vanilla
and-
game, not a glitch. Not a
Yep,
glitch.
this is
Yes.
all vanilla game.
Oh.
Yeah, and this is one of the reasons why glitchless is kind of weird, because like this is not a glitch for what we define it as. Some people might say it is very weird, especially because there are some situations where you can just clip inside the mountain, and you can't really do anything about that. Like, it's just a natural occurrence. But this is, like, a part of the game that you should technically be able to do. It's just like you're walking on the mountain.
It's entirely an intended
Yep.
feature. Todd Howard said
Exactly.
it himself. Wait, what do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think Todd Howard meant when he said, "You see that mountain, you can climb it"?
You
He
can
meant
climb
this.
this
He
mountain.
meant exactly this.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
This mountain was what he was talking about.
I need to tighten the rules on glitchless. Anytime you run into a bug and Bethesda game, you have to reset. Like, oh,
Wonderful
nope.
animation there.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
Every
It's
time you run
because
into a
of
bug, you
how-
have to buy a new copy of Skyrim and apologize to Todd Howard.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's why glitchless rules are kind of weird, because it's hard to define what is a glitch and what is not a glitch, and you can have, like, all sorts of situations where people disagree on some things. Like, some people might disagree with, like, dialogue skipping by shoving NPCs, for instance. But it's all based off community sentiment as well, so,
More like an
Yeah,
exploit
this is-
than a glitch.
yeah. Yeah.
It's really just
So,
based
lots of
on
people.
what Knife Chamber and Septimble decided like 10 years ago was a glitch.
Yeah. But anyone
Yeah,
who's been part of a
so-
community who's like been routing a glitchless run, you've probably run into this controversy of, well, what exactly is a glitch?
I don't know why that worked. I thought you weren't going to be able to get up there, but that worked
I've
out.
done that before.
I always just jump. I always just jump there. It makes it so much easier.
I think I just have
Yeah.
muscle memory from like the old tutorial that does it that
Okay.
way. This is fun. Look, horses can fly in this game.
Yes.
Okay. I almost went into an area that's
This
kind
is
of
just a thing
hard
that
to-
happens.
Yep, it just happens. All part of Todd Howard's vision.
Yes. How you play an Elder Scrolls game.
Yep.
Yeah, and with Skyrim as buggy as it is, it's just sometimes impossible to avoid these glitches or bugs, so
That's why we allow it.
we as a community, like, decide, you know what, let's let a few of these things slide just because it's, like, almost impossible to get a quote-unquote glitchless run when, like, a bug can happen that you don't have any control over.
Yep. But it's like it's
So
common
this
enough. We'll
is-
just allow it.
Yeah,
Welcome to the
we're
front
at
of
an
the world.
endgame
We
area
rode a horse
now.
up here. We didn't even have to learn what is it, clear skies. We're just here now.
Yeah.
No Parthenax yet, though.
After he's here, he's gonna fast travel to Anisa's cabin and run from there into Bleak Falls Barrow. This
We
is the
just went
location
all
he
the way up
discovered at the
there
beginning.
to get a
Fast
fast
travel.
travel point to come back
Yep.
later. And that was the best time to do it.
Yep, because now's the time when we have the horse.
Right. You're probably going to be going pretty far away, I imagine, so that makes sense.
So actually,
Checks
we are
out.
about to say goodbye to our horse. Our horse right here.
Oh,
Yep. Bye, horse. You were a good horse.
shouts to the horse, everybody.
Shout out to
Good
the
job,
horse.
horse.
So
job,
what we
Cliff,
used
with
to
the
do
horse.
to get to Bleak Falls Barrow, like back when Kronos was running this category and when I started running, I realized that you can get the Anisa's cabin fast travel point early, and that saves like 25 seconds when you're riding into Bleak Falls Barrow. We used to do this like horrible strat where when you would ride the horse there or from Whiterun Stables, and sometimes by the time you got there, guards would still be pursuing you, and you wouldn't be able to fast travel away when you needed to, and you would just have to reset for run. That was a horrible strat. I don't know why we ever did that.
Yeah, I mean, Tekkanen has definitely pushed the game a lot, especially with the routing, since there's so many routing changes that have happened since lots of these
that
winners
was
have came down.
nasty fall.
That was scary. But yeah, it's really cool to see like the route, even for glitchless, can change like dramatically when people find like new things,
exactly.
like new
That's like,
optimizations.
why did
and
we ever
stuff.
do it
It's
the old
really
way?
cool.
Old way sucked. You know? In hindsight. At the time, it was all we knew. Yes, absolutely huge shout out to Pekkanen and Lilu, who have really pushed the bounds of this category. Big shouts to like anyone who pursues routing. Routing takes a lot of time and dedication, and I've tried to do it. I've never been able to really do it much myself.
Yeah, especially in a game
There
like this that's
was-
so large.
There was one time when someone with like no speedrunning experience came into the server and said, why do you take this path to Septimus Cygnus where you just run there directly? Why don't you just get taken to the Winterhold jail? And then we realized that that person just saved us like 20 seconds. So sometimes you don't even need speedrun experience to revolutionize the category.
Yep. We actually had someone do that for Morrowind All Main Quest as well. They happened upon a glitch that basically meant that we didn't have to do 3 escort quests, and they were very long and annoying. So big shout out to Wesley MTR for that.
And it's just a bunch more walking.
Yep. This is another area where
It's the
stamina
fun part
management's
about
really important.
glitchless.
Swing and a miss there by that Draugr. Definitely would not want them in my backyard baseball team.
They tried their best, but their
They
best
tried.
was not good.
Yep.
You're
Oh,
on
and just so it's clear, we are playing on the easiest difficulty, novice difficulty in this game. When you're on the easiest difficulty, you deal twice as much damage and you take half as much damage.
Yep. There have been some runs where I've forgotten to lower the difficulty, and I'm like, wait, why is everything so much more difficult? It's because I forgot to do that, and it's really noticeable if you forget.
There is a category for playing on legendary difficulty, the hardest difficulty, which I still have the world record in, where you deal a quarter as much damage and you take triple damage. And the routing involves playing as an orc instead of a high elf, so you get the Berserker Rage power, getting the Bound Bow spell, and getting the Mystic Binding perk to buff it up. And basically just stacking all of these damage multipliers, and then it still takes you like 5 minutes to kill Alduin.
I didn't even see you pick up that claw.
It's
yeah.
on Ardville, or what? I think that's his name or something like that.
Okay.
All right, so
Yeah, something like that.
I'm actually going to demonstrate something here. So I'm going to fight this Draugr, but I'm just going to hold down the flames button. What you're going to see is his health's going down, my magic is going down, but you can see I get a cutscene here. And cutscenes, they're epic and stuff, but if you're running the game, that's just a big waste of time. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to quick load, or quick save, my goodness. Do I still have
Oh.
that quick load? Yes,
Oh.
okay, I still got this one. So we're just going to go back a little bit do the word wall. I have made that mistake many times before. Hopefully,
Quick
it's the only time I
saving
do
over
that.
your quick load. It's like the worst feeling
Yeah.
sometimes, especially when it's an important one.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to very quickly just kind of do this again. And you'll see that my stamina is not draining nearly as much.
Magic
Oh, I
that.
did get a cutscene anyway.
Yeah, it's when the killing blow happens, yeah. So
Okay.
you have to just
One
kind
hand.
of let the flame damage do it.
Yep. So ideally, I would not have gotten a cutscene that second time, but yeah, if you're not actually casting the spell when the Draugr or any enemy dies, and instead it's just the flame damage, then you don't get that cutscene. You might have
Okay.
seen earlier when I was fighting that very bad dog outside of Riverwood, same thing there. How you saw that I was trying not to hold down the flames button when I was killing it.
Yeah, and that's a major thing for this category too, since there's a couple enemies that you will have that cutscene for. So we try to avoid them, especially the ones for the dragon, where it takes like a very long time for the cutscene to play out, like 15
Yeah.
seconds sometimes. So we just want to avoid it that at all means necessary.
Yeah, it's I've
So we try to attack enemies in certain ways. Yeah.
Do we have
I've
enough
had-
gold for bound bow?
we might.
Okay. I mean, not
let's
bound
see.
bow, bound sword.
So I've got 207 now.
Oh, that's plenty.
Yeah, we should be good. I did
Way
want to
more
stop
than
here because
enough.
I want to explain what we are about to do, because it's really funny. So we're going to come in here, and we're supposed to talk to the Jarl and say, hey, there's a dragon stuff, and he has like a really, really long dialogue and stuff. That's like an in-game cutscene. Now I'm just going to click this option and tab out of here. I'm going to stop talking to Earlith. Then I'm just going to set her on fire because that was very rude interrupting me. And then we're going to pay off our bounty, and the guard's going to escort us outside again. Now, what this did was it just skipped that entire in-game cutscene where, like, the Jarl and Preventus are arguing about whether they should send, like, people to Riverwood and stuff to defend it. And instead, when we go to the Jarl, he's just going to say, well done.
Well done. Here. There. Come. Let's go find Farengar. My court wizard.
Always
I
fun.
did it.
Looking into a matter.
I've, this 40
Farengar,
gold
come to
really,
Dragon's found someone who
thanks for that.
Well,
All the things over.
When I say straight to the point, hey, what? Ah, the Dragon Stone of Bleak.
Like nothing ever happened.
It seems
Yeah,
as
exactly.
if the-
Water under bridge. We just
I
paid
had
40
you
gold.
figure for me.
Now I'm going to sell all of my
You'll
clothing
appreciate this.
because
Oh,
I need
no.
gold to buy this thing. Don't worry, we're not going to see my character a whole lot in third person.
Okay.
But now that we've bought that, we now need to get out of here because plot has happened. I'm going to pickpocket this guard's bow also, and y'all know what happens when you pickpocket bows. You get taken outside the dragon's reach. Thanks, guard. Very, very helpful.
Yeah, so for reason we have the bound sword spell. Well, there's two reasons. First, it's a really good weapon for your offhand, but right now our main hand weapon is what we got from the boss of Bleak Falls Barrow. Later, our main hand weapon is going to be the Dragon Bane. The bound sword is a really good weapon for your offhand for dual wielding to increase your DPS. The other reason is, for some reason, casting the spell gives just an absurd amount of XP.
Yep.
And it's like, so most spells give the same amount of XP as their base magicka cost. Bound Sword, for some reason, gives 5 times as much XP as its base magicka cost. And so we're going to use that to get to level 3 in the Ratway. This is the most recent strat that we've implemented in the category, where we used to get to level 2 in the Ratway, but now thanks to Bound Sword, we can get to level 3, and that means we have 120 stamina, and because of like the running and whirlwind sprinting pattern we do, having 120 stamina is super, super helpful instead of 110.
Yep. If you don't successfully get to level 3 and do the movement loop that we're able to do once you get enough stamina, you go a lot more slowly. And there's some portions of the game where you actually travel pretty far after you get to level 3 in the Ratway. And so being able to really speed up your character's movement is huge in terms of saving time. So just to talk a little bit about what has happened while we were talking about like movement and stamina. So, what happened was a dragon was spotted at the Western Watchtower outside of town. If you've played Skyrim casually before, you know this plot beat. And so we went over to the Western Watchtower like we're supposed to do in the main quest. What's supposed to happen when you get to the Western Watchtower is it's like on fire, there are guards there, everyone's like, oh no, it's a dragon! And the dragon does like this big flying over animation, it's like all cinematic and epic and stuff. But what we did was we fast traveled back to the stables, the fast travel point we got earlier, and we came here to Winterhold. We do need Winterhold as a fast travel point for later when we go to jail, like was mentioned earlier. But also, traveling here, I don't know if it exactly skips that cutscene, but essentially gives us something else to do while that cutscene is happening. In this case, get a fast travel point, and also for us to learn that Bound Sword spell that we talked about earlier. Now that we have done this, we are going to actually just go straight back to the Western Watchtower. Now, something that I noticed is there's a bit of RNG there with the Draugr, and I think we may have brought this up, but the Draugr can have one of two weapons. One is a one-handed weapon, which was the Axe of Cold, and the other is a two-handed weapon, which is a Longsword of Cold, which is actually good because I would like to demonstrate this fight using both weapons, just to show you how much RNG can affect this fight. So I'm going to head to the Western Watchtower, I'm going to make a save. That's a new save there, and then I'm going to load this other save I have, which is one-handed. There we go. So I have two one-handed weapons here. I got very good RNG in this save. The dragon landed right away. That's another bit of RNG where the dragon just kind of flies around and you have to quick save and quick load to manipulate its choice of what it does. There it goes.
You don't stand a chance.
Goodbye.
See what it wants to do.
Yep. Yeah, and
Oh, nice.
It would stop flying if he
Just a little
did,
bit more
like
health
one
there.
more hit here. Yeah, because it normally gets stunned and keeps grounded at around
You don't even
half
have a
health.
Bound Sword in Viafhand. Why do you have an Iron Sword in Viafhand?
Muscle memory. I could have a bound sword, but muscle memory. So anyway, that was the dragon fight with two one-handed weapons, but now we're going to see what it looks like with a two-handed weapon.
It's almost identical if he is Bound Sword.
Let me see. Load. There we go. I don't have that weapon equipped. There it is. Good RNG again. Now, I do want to avoid being in front of the dragon because not only is there the possibility of me to be insta-killed, but also that's how I get the cutscene. Anyway, there it is. Dragon down.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, so two-handed weapons are very strong. Especially the greatsword is
Yep.
like one of the better weapons you can get.
I'm pretty sure it literally doesn't matter anymore now that we use Bound Sword, but okay.
Yeah, those two were pretty close, but it is like a lot easier, especially for newer players,
Can take you to
to
where you want to
use
go.
like the two-handed sword.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
So at this point, we are using the carriage to just travel to a whole bunch of fast travel points we'll need for later, because it's a convenient time to do that while we are waiting for the Greybeards to realize what just happened.
Yeah, and a lot of Skyrim routing is just doing things while other things in the background are going on that we have to just wait for, that are basically like an auto-scroller in terms of like time that we have to wait. So we're just using our time in a productive way by getting all these points.
Yep, exactly. Oops, had a little trouble getting on the carriage there.
Where do you want to go?
So that was the Greybeards.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. First time to Solitude? Beautiful old city.
Yep.
Capital of Skyrim.
I'm getting more fast travel points, and then I think you head up to High Hrothgar. Yep.
Yep, so we've got this, Cutlass Farm, very important. Then we head to
Need a
Morthal.
ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Oh, steady.
Now, the thing about Morthal,
just-
and why we do it last of these fast travel points, is because Morthal doesn't have a carriage. So we need to go there last, because then we can just go to High Hrothgar, which we got earlier as a fast travel point when we rode up here with the horse. So I'm going to equip Unrelenting Force there, wait for the Greybeards to come down, and I'm just going to yell at Armgear, because he wants me to.
Dragonborn appear.
So this is about where like the movement pattern of the run starts to change because we get the whirlwind sprint shout. And that just bursts you forward, but it has a cooldown of 15 seconds. So what we're going to, basically our movement pattern from now on is going to be doing one whirlwind sprint in between every time we wait to restore our stamina. And then once we get level 3 and 120 stamina, we have enough stamina to sprint for the entire time between, or for the entire duration of our whirlwind sprint cooldown. So what we can do as our movement pattern is press G to wait, whirlwind sprint, sprint until our stamina runs out, and by then the whirlwind sprint cooldown has run out, so we can whirlwind sprint again, and then press G to wait again. And that's like the most efficient movement pattern that we can get.
So right now, all I'm doing is leveling up my one-handed skill. Don't worry about it, the Greybeards are fine. They like me enough.
As long as you don't hit any of them 4 times in a row. 3 is fine, 4 is a problem.
I think I got you once. I have accidentally hit them 4 times in a run, and that pretty much kills it. But depending on how you've set up your quick saves, you might be able to recover from it.
Well done.
Yeah, what's the point of leveling the one-handed here?
To hit level
Just need to
3 and
level
for that
3.
way.
Yep.
And also to slightly increase your damage.
Okay.
But mostly to hit level
I think I
3.
might be a bit off here. Alright, time to learn whirlwind sprint.
See how you learn. Master Bori will teach you wool, which means
Yeah, another small thing you can see there, just waiting also manipulates the NPCs in the game, since oftentimes they'll take a while to get into their position by just walking.
Something I want
into
to,
place.
I don't think, okay, I need to point this out because I don't think anyone else noticed this. Once you see it, you'll never unsee it. Those back doors to High Hrothgar, if you exit them, like if you exit on the right door, you'll appear out on the right side. But even if you enter on the right door, you'll appear in on the left side. So if you go out of those doors, they're like normal doors. But if you go into the High Hrothgar using those doors, they're like portals that take you to the opposite side of the double door that you should be.
Interesting.
Sounds like Skyrim.
Yep.
With
They're like linked in reverse if you go inside them.
your quick mastery of a
Alright.
Yeah, nice,
We have
you
done
learned
good
whirlwind
things.
sprint. Ooh.
We go fast now.
Yeah.
Alright. So now that we know whirlwind sprint, our movement across large stretches of terrain is going to change a bit. Just going to put that away. So I'm going to run until I run out of stamina, or until I get to this water. But then I'm just going to whirlwind sprint, wait for an hour, and then just keep doing this for a little bit. This isn't going to be our main form of movement for very long. We are going to get a much more interesting one a little bit later. But at least for now, I'm just going to be whirlwind sprinting across. There is a bit of RNG that can happen here where there's a dragon that flies in. I haven't had it happen very often. Could happen today while I'm on hotfix, who knows? But I think I might be in the clear.
But yeah, those doors are my favorite thing to like point out to people in this game just to see how they react, because you can never play this game again the same way after you notice that.
So outside of here, there are a few necromancers, and if I don't kill them, then they're going to follow me in, but they don't seem to be here right now, so never... Oh. Wait, there's something over there. Is it like a mud crab? Oh, that's dragon. But whatever it is.
There it is,
There
the
it is.
dragon.
It's
Anyway.
just a
Coming for you.
dragon. It's no big deal.
It's a dragon. Oh, chat's shotting along with me. Alright, just gonna wait in here. Gonna wold again. Wait in here. You can wait here. Necromancers somehow didn't notice that. But anyway,
Yeah, a
we can
lot
just
of
over
like
here.
the enemy aggro distances in this game are surprisingly short, and you can wait like a distance from them that it feels like you shouldn't be able to. Especially with Draugr, you can wait surprisingly close to Draugr without them like preventing you from waiting.
Come on.
While we're heading through this, I do want to remind everybody that GDQ is hiring. So if you think this show is awesome, it's like, dang, I'd love to host my own show. I got some ideas. But we're looking for new showrunners for the fall 2025 Hotfix season. So if you have experience planning and hosting run shows or events, we would love to hear from you. Go to gamesthenquick.com/jobs or info. We got 5 more days. The application is closed July 20th, so we'd love to see it. All right, David, what you got?
Awesome. Yeah, if you're interested in show running for GDQ Hotfix, definitely considering putting in an application. I don't have time to be a showrunner, but if any of you do out there, definitely encourage putting in an application. So while we were talking about hotfix and showrunner applications, I basically skipped a very, very large portion of this dungeon. I wedged myself into a corner and got a bunch of height that allowed me to whirlwind sprint across a gap in a bridge and get me to the second part of the dungeon without having to like do a whole bunch of stuff in the first part. You also
Sorry,
saw
I
me cheering-
interrupted.
Yeah, it happens. There's lots of stuff happening in all parts of this run. The reason you saw me cheering is because I got a wait here. I don't get this consistently because right now there's like 5 Draugr following me, and if they go through the door before I manage to press the wait button, I think it's almost like frame perfect, then I don't get this wait, I don't recover stamina. But I got it, and so we could stop and talk about showrunner applications and explain
All
glitches.
right, perfect.
So, good stuff. Alright, so now we're in the second part of this dungeon. We're supposed to get the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller, a fetch quest that the Greybeard sent us on. This is how you get to the part of the dungeon when you're at this part of the quest. It's kind of like a gatekeeping portion. I'm gonna wait here. Oh, there are enemies nearby. Alright, so I'm not gonna wait here. So I'm gonna get this out. Why not? There's
Something I
spikes.
used to get asked often when I ran this category is how come you can just roll and sprint twice in a row here? The game just gives you back your
Yep.
shout for free after you complete a little puzzle like that.
Yeah, it's an interesting feature, like, just in case your whirlwind sprinting gets you far enough, you can finish the plot. Anyway, this is supposed to be where the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller is, but instead we have this mysterious note about going back to Riverwood. So, let's wait here. I'm gonna whirlwind sprint up this, and then we'll take care of that.
Okay. Whirlwind sprint seems pretty good.
It's very good. You're gonna be seeing
It's
plenty
one
of
of the
that.
fastest ways to move around.
Yep.
Yep. And now this is just backtracking out of the dungeon, so we go through the back route.
Yep. And it's always random whether the Draugr or the Necromancers win. This fight, I've seen both win. I think it might have been a tie, actually, which is not very common. Oh, Necromancers won. Alright. It was almost a tie. So now we're going to head to Winterhold. And I saw there was a courier in chat, but there might also be a courier here for us. Nope.
Oh no, courier.
So instead I'm going to steal this guard's bow. Normally we'd catch a chicken on fire, or, wait a minute, that's not what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to go to jail. This might be the courier. Nope, okay. Okay, I'm going to steal your bow again. Now we're going to go to jail. And I think Pekkanen mentioned why we did this earlier. It's basically fast travel, so this guard was once again very, very helpful as a result of us committing crimes.
Yeah, the Winterhold Jail is the only jail in the game that doesn't confiscate your items when you go to it, which is really nice because we don't have to take our items back when they get confiscated. And we can just pick this lock and run from here to Septimus Cygnus. You're normally not supposed to go to him until later in the quest line when Parfernax tells you to go to him, but you can just go to him early, and you can either talk to him to get the items you need to get the Elder Scroll, or you can just pickpocket those items off of him.
Yep.
So we're gonna pickpocket those items because we don't want to wait for a slow dialogue.
I do really miss the old route where we just fall from like 100 meter drop or something into the water,
It's great.
and there's like a small pool of water where you can live the fall. But now that's gone.
Yep, because this
with
is faster.
jail route.
Such as routing. So, pickpocketing Septimus is a lot of RNG. There are 2 items I need to get off of him. Get the quick save down here. That might have been a bad idea. First try?
Whoa, let's go.
Wow, that is incredible.
Let's go.
That was less than a 9% chance.
Yeah. Like, that is pure RNG. You can have it be on first try, which is very rare. You can attempt that like 12 times and still not get it. Where basically you attempt it, he pulls out a weapon because you're pickpocketing him, and that's a crime, and then you have to do that quick load. And it like can waste a ton of time just re-rolling and trying to pickpocket him, but we got it first try. So, something you've seen me doing on occasion is pulling up the journal and then pressing M. That is a good way to just go directly to a quest marker quickly, but right now I think I have multiple quest markers, and so that strat doesn't work at the moment. There are ways around it, but I don't quite have muscle memory for those, so I just go manually to Riverwood from here. And now we're going to meet Delphine.
I'm the attic room.
Hi, Delphi.
We meet Delphine, then we bump into her.
So you're the... I think you're... We need to talk.
More weights here. Just moving her around as we go to these like quest location sort of things. We closed a door early.
Yep.
This is where we get most of the bottles of wine that we're going to drink later.
Surprised? You can't be too careful.
Yep, you can
I
see
didn't go...
a bunch of it in the back there.
Like I
And
said,
basically
it's part
when
of it.
we're talking to Delphine here, eventually
I'm part of it.
we'll
If you
make our way
really
back out and grab basically everything.
You're the only... I shouldn't let you walk out.
It's quite funny to do in the
They
run.
weren't gone. Now something's happening to bring them back to... I know they are. I
So
visited
lots
them.
of very specific dialogue choices that
Something's
are
happening to bring
chosen
them
to
back.
speed it up
Kind's growing.
as fast
There's
as
an ancient
possible.
drag- I need to get into
Yep.
my travel.
And I'm not, like,
Give me a minute.
the fastest person at that by any means. You saw me hesitating a bit there and doing some stuff suboptimally. But with enough practice, you too can do dialogue very, very fast and dialogue fast. Words are hard. Yeah, Embry there just came into the secret room because we took some stuff that was lying around. Now there's a lot of... Thanks, Embry.
Line.
Great dialogue in here.
Take everything.
Yep. Gonna take
There's so
the
many.
wines. I also take the cheese. That's just a me thing.
I'm
It
traveling.
makes things a bit safer for me. Cheese is very, very nice if you need to recover health. I've discovered that through doing this with crowd control. If someone does a cheese explosion, you actually acquire a lot of cheese and you can recover health very easily.
Just downing a gigantic cheese like it's nothing.
Yep.
You really are built different.
Yep. Run out of health? Oh, just eat like 10 cheese wheels. You'll be fine. That's just how the Dovahkiin rolls. Also, drink some wine while you're at it.
One of the sad side effects of routing the category this way is you're really like intended to like explore so much of the map, but we just take such straight lines that we barely get to see any of Skyrim.
Yep.
Like there are so many locations that we're supposed to go to, but we just like streamline it so much that like we barely do any actual traveling.
Yeah, using like lots of carts to get to fast travel points, using lots of other ways like guard warps to get to other points. So not a lot of time is spent traveling from A to B manually. There are
You
some
don't
parts where
even
you do
see
that.
like the beginning of Whiterun, which I feel is
Yeah.
like an iconic location in any Skyrim playthrough, with just opening the door to Whiterun and just seeing war maidens, all of that stuff. But you don't even get to see that in this category.
Yeah, thanks,
Exactly.
thanks guards. Thanks,
Thanks,
prison.
guards. They just brought us directly to the castle, and we weren't even supposed to go there yet. But we did anyway.
That's my favorite
Um,
strat so far.
Yeah, It's great, also very fast. So we are about to do the Miramolnir fight, but I did want to bring up a couple things before we start doing this. So the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to see me whirlwind sprint to a few dead guards that are nearby. There is a small chance, and Pekka, you can correct me if this is wrong, I think it's like a 40% chance that one of them might
I have no idea what it is.
Okay. But it's not exactly rare. I actually got in practice yesterday, but it's not common where they have an Amulet of Talos. So we are going to need that for our next iteration of movement across the map. If we don't get an Amulet of Talos, there is a thing we will have to do a little bit later that is a bit dicier. So the hope is that we will get an Amulet of Talos here, and it will be a bit easier. The second thing that might happen is I just stole a whole bunch of cheese and wine from that inn, and while it wasn't exactly owned and I didn't exactly commit a crime, there might be some hired thugs that show up here, and that's bad because I'm trying to fight a dragon that's about to be resurrected, and also 3 hired thugs that aren't exactly easy for a level 1 character to handle. So hopefully that doesn't happen. There's also a chance the thugs might show up later. I've had them show up in some very hilarious places.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen if you routed everything correctly, and it looks like you did route everything correctly. Shouldn't happen here.
Yeah, but shouldn't happen is the operative word. I have had that happen before. So we're going to wait for 1 hour to regain stamina. It's also going to bring Delphine directly here, teleport her to us. And let's see if we get lucky with the Amulet of Talos.
Come on.
Here is the first one. No luck there. Second one. No luck there. Oops. And third one is missing. So no luck there.
He had some wine, though.
Add some wine. Go ahead and grab it. It'll be fine. Alright, so here's Seluknir. Delphine's going to help me out in this fight a bit. Hopefully Delphine is here to distract Seluknir, because I'm still level 1, and I have actually died in this fight before. But
shouldn't you be... I mean, you should at least be swinging with your ice weapon. That's better than just swinging with your bound sword.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I should do that, shouldn't I?
I mean, what you should be doing is swinging with your ice weapon in the right hand and bound sword in the... Oh, okay. So,
yeah,
okay, so you just loaded the safe where you got the two-handed weapon, okay.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I meant to actually load the one-handed one later, but then I was like, well, I did that in the wrong order.
Yeah, and you can see this is... Oh, you got a shorter cutscene. Sometimes you can get the dragon killing cutscene where you're jumping on his head and then it swings all wildly, and yeah, that takes a lot longer. But this one was fairly short for a cutscene kill.
Yep.
That can be avoided pretty consistently by standing behind the dragon or directly to the side of the dragon and then ending with a power attack.
Exactly. So that's why you see me trying to get around to the side of the dragon, because I'm trying to avoid getting a cutscene. But as you can see, not consistent with it. And that's a me thing. That's not a general thing.
The first thing, the Thalmor are our best lead. Nothing saw the Empire,
Got
and
some
now
more
the dragon.
dialogue here.
Who else gains from that? If we problem is that place is locked. Meet me back.
I used to always mess up this dialogue.
Yeah, when you're going fast, easy to mess up dialogue. I'm probably going to mess up something today. Don't know what it is, but I'm going to mess up something.
You're doing pretty well
There's
so
the
far.
courier.
Been looking for you.
Shorn's looking good. Shorn's looking pretty good so far.
Now, one fun thing I wanted to do today is I don't think I've ever really read the courier note. So let's find out what it is together.
Okay.
Alright, so I used a shout in Windhelm, even though I wasn't actually in Windhelm. But okay, so this is someone who's telling me where a word wall is. Alright.
Valuable.
Yep.
Highgate Ruins.
Yeah,
That's where one of the Dragon Priest masks is, right?
That would be a bad idea. I'd be.
Don't remember off the top of my head.
His name.
I'll go ahead and check.
While you're doing that, meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged. I don't think.
Yep, and now here, more dialogue stuff.
Yep. And this is why we got Catless
Pretty
Farm as a
typical.
fast travel point, because this is actually how we get into Solitude fast. I think I forgot to favorite this, or I don't have
Highgate
it.
Ruins is a tomb for the Dragon Priest Vokun.
Oh, okay, let's not go there then. That's not fast.
Yeah.
Where is the guard? There you are. Watch the cart drive. This is gonna be really funny.
By order of the Jarl. Stop right there. Smart.
And it teaches the storm call shout. So you should go there if you want to get storm call.
Yep. We don't need that for this run, so let's avoid it. Alright. So that guard warped us inside, which avoids like a really, really long run, which is also kind of epic, but you know, we need to go fast here. So we didn't get an Amulet of Talos before. Now, if you've come here previously, and I'm going to demonstrate this, I'm just going to quick save here and hopefully not override it. So there's an execution scene that happens here. We are not going to watch it, but Rogvir over there has an Amulet of Talos on him. What's going to happen is the execution's going to happen, but his corpse is not going to be lootable. And I'm actually going to come in here, we would talk to Malborn, but I believe if we go back out again, then his corpse is like just gone. And as I said before, we need an Amulet of Talos. So how are we going to get the Amulet of Talos from Rogvir? Well, what I'm going to do is I am going to quick load, and then I'm just going to catch this poor hapless soul on fire. And then I'm just going to run in here, and we're going to do the thing with Malborn. And right now, the entire town is very, very mad at me because I caught someone on fire, and that was very rude.
They're punching
Even Malborn is very mad at me. This guy's getting in my dialogue. Alright, whoops. Okay, so I actually think that messed up. So let's load the quick save in here. That does happen where inventories sometimes do mess up. Yep, okay, good. People are still following me.
Don't set. Really? Here's the deal. Give me what you can't live without.
Okay.
I'll get this inside
So I
the
like to
embassy.
give
Gotta go.
just a weapon just for safety, so I'll give you that. We do want to give all of our potions.
All of our wine, of course.
Yep, all of our wine. We will need that wine for later. He's just going to carry like 19 bottles of wine, a whole bunch of cheese. I think we need to give him a set amount of gold. I think I'm going to need 40. So let's
That's
give
enough to pay
him
off a
that
guard.
much. Yep. And I think that might be everything we need to give him. So let's get out of here before we get killed. Oh dear. I'm completely
They're
stuck here.
crowding you.
Okay, there we go. We are out.
They are actually crowding you.
All right.
That's
So
so
what
funny.
happened to Rogvir while all that chaos was happening is Rogvir was actually killed a different... Oh, he's not here. That's interesting.
Yeah, that can happen sometimes. Just looking around for him.
Escaped the execution. Oh my gosh.
He'll be
Alright,
here
so-
somewhere.
Yep. So Rogvir was killed a different way because he tried to run away in the ensuing chaos. He didn't get away, most likely, but we're not sure where he ended up exactly.
He's somewhere.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
I hope I don't have to do all this again.
Mind yourself in my city, friend. This here axe in full swing is a right terrible sight.
Oh, there's...
I mean, realistically, in a run, I would just continue without the Amulet of Talos, honestly.
Yeah, but I want to demonstrate it, so let's
You
actually...
can try it again.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Just you have time.
Yep. We have time to demonstrate this. Actually, hold on. I wonder if... because of how long I waited,
Really?
Rogvir
Here's the deal.
might be, like,
Plan on-
elsewhere.
Give me what you can't live without.
Yeah, you might have to do it
I'll
pretty
get this inside the
quickly.
embassy
Yeah.
for you. I've gotta go.
So
I'll
give
find you at
that.
the party. Don't worry.
Give everything.
Oops. It's not the button I want to press. Alright. We have escaped all the angry people. Let's see. There's Rogvir. Alright.
They.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim. Smart man.
Okay. So we have warped back
So-
here.
Rogvir's Amulet of Talos, it turns out, is a quest item, which
Yes.
means it never disappears from our inventory.
Oh,
So
it disappeared from
we
Rogvir's
can
inventory.
wear it
Rogvir's
to the... Oh. Yeah, no, you definitely want to loot him before
Yes.
getting taken to jail. Always do that.
Okay, let's finally grab our Island of Talos and then surrender to the guards. Okay, let's do that. And now that we have finally gotten past that, we can head back to Cutlass Farm.
I love how she came in for like one strike and then just walked off.
Yeah, just like a sucker strike.
Good. But the only which means you when you're ready, you'll only have you can't go to
So what
yeah,
we're
go
supposed to do is equip our party clothes and party boots, because that's what we're going to wear to the embassy. But we're also going to equip our Amulet of Talos,
just make sure.
which we're wearing to a Thalmor party.
Yeah,
and
that's not. They don't mind for some reason. Excuse me.
That doesn't seem right.
Welcome to the Thalmor.
normally it would get confiscated because it's not one of the things we're supposed to be wearing, but it's a quest item, which means it never disappears from our inventory because it belonged to Rogvir and we need it for a quest. But we're just going to wear it to get that 20% reduction on our shout cooldown, which means we can whirlwind sprint more.
Yeah. By the way, our name has been translated this whole time because that's like the name I put on all my backup saves. So.
Aw.
Trans
Thank you,
rights.
David. Hooray. Trans rights.
Hooray. I'm getting this all wrong.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
We're going to get a few more bottles of wine here.
Because you didn't have enough.
Exactly.
You made it in. Let's
We're going to
need
use
a
them
lot of wine for
all
that.
at the end of the run.
Of course. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
Okay, so while we were waiting, this guy came in, and Braslan is going to be very, very important for us. He is going to cause distraction so he can slip away from the party.
Wonder is stand back and behold my hand.
And then we're going to wait here very, very not suspiciously by this door.
Attention
What could
everyone. Could I have your attention? I have an announcement.
Malborn's not being suspicious either. Alright. First, we're going to steal all of their wine because, again, we need wine. Whoops.
What's your target wine count here?
As many as possible, except wines that aren't exactly convenient for me to grab while I'm doing other stuff. So there are some wines I could have gotten if I was a bit faster, but I elected not to. It's actually wine.
I like how it
right
didn't
here.
count as stealing.
Nope.
I've had runs where I've ended up with like 20 plus extra bottles of wine.
Whoops.
And I've
quick
also
save
had
here.
runs where I ran out when I needed like 10 extra.
Okay, good. This is probably one of the dicier parts of the run. You can see there are a lot of narrow hallways here. So in this chest is Esbern's dossier, which is a quest item. Now, if you do any percent runs, or you've seen any percent runs, you'll see that the dossier is actually upstairs. That actually gets moved downstairs as part of this quest. And so, because this is glitchless and we don't do fun things like clip into the embassy, we have to go through the quest and the dossier is down here. Gonna play a little bit of Ring Around the Rosie with these folks so they're not blocking this door. And then head back upstairs. Because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna stand here, I'm gonna read the dossier. And 2 guards plus Malborn are going to spawn in. And those guards have a key I need. Did I read? Oh, I read Delphine's dossier.
You read Delphine. Yep.
I still read Delphine's dossier. Come on.
We love Skyrim
Yeah.
UI.
Skyrim UI. It just works. Alright, there we go. So 2 guards are going to spawn in. Now, if you've watched previous runs, you'll see that the world record, at least, and probably Pekka in your run too, uses the Scrolls of Fireball earlier. I keep them here for safety. I should also probably eat some cheese to recover my health. There we go. Cheese is very helpful. Prepare these scrolls. Alright, and now I can take that off of you.
Yeah, I also use the Scroll of Fireball here. I think it is actually faster to use them at Default Sparrow, but I've used them here.
Yep. Did I not get a key? That's
I
interesting.
think you got the wrong key.
Alright, well,
It's the
luckily we've got
trapdoor
some-
key. You gotta get the trapdoor key.
Okay, luckily we've got some more potions
Get
here.
the healing potions. Yeah, like
see.
7 extra. So
This is rather annoying
Should be
because...
yeah, you can see how
There we
many
go.
enemies there
Sorry,
are.
I was
but
watching
it's
the stream.
just-
I should be watching live.
okay.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. There's the trapdoor key. I should have used Rowan Sprint there, but I didn't. So instead I have to drink some stamina potions. Because there is a chance that if everyone who's following me right now follows me out of the cave, then I won't be able to fast travel away.
I won't hold back.
Alright. We'll hold back as I go. Alright, we are good.
Hooray. I have a
Malborn is
question.
probably
This
dead.
would be potentially a good spot to have our first break.
Yes, this would be a great
Got out
spot.
of the sketchy. All right, awesome.
Sure.
So everybody, we're gonna be going into short break here. Before we do, I just want to thank everybody for supporting GDQ Hotfix with your subs, your Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits. Your contributions help keep our shows running. So if you're enjoying the stream, enjoying the shows that we're putting on for you, enjoying Skyrim here, please consider subscribing, not only for our emotes, but the app reviewing, and you can also chat during replays. You can always support the stream by sharing the Games in a Quick channel as well with your friends. You know, the more people watching, the more fun we're going to have. It's great. Thank you all so much. But we're going to go into a short break, go stretch, get some water. We'll see y'all momentarily. Hello, everybody, and welcome back from the break. Once again, I am your host of Game Masters, Kiar_TV. We have musical Daredevil here doing an awesome glitchless speedrun of Skyrim. And you may have noticed the Morrowind as well on the category. Don't worry. You know, sometime in this back half, we're gonna see what that is all about. Before we get back into the run, if you're looking to get more involved with the GDQ community, you can join the official GDQ Discord and add the hotfix role. Stay in the loop on upcoming events, chat with staff. That's !Discord and Twitch chat for an invite and more info. You can also catch up on past Hotfix shows, special events, and our GDQ marathons over on youtube.com/gamesquick. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with you. Also leave a comment. I may go in and say hi. Who knows? Now, David is here with more Skyrim. So, you know, David, whenever you are ready, go ahead and count us back in. Very curious where we're going with the back half here.
Sure. So for those of you who might have joined us after the run started, in keeping with the theme of Game Masters, this is much more of a showcase than it is just a simple, straightforward run from start to end. So you're going to see us stop periodically to explain glitches. You're going to see me do certain things a lot slower. You're going to see me maybe retry some things different ways just to kind of demonstrate why we do glitches certain ways. But there are definitely lots of glitchless main quest runs out there. We've, of course, got our Skyrim leaderboard, which we can shout out towards the end. We've shown a simple, straightforward run of glitchless main quest many times. But this one, we're kind of getting a bit more in-depth with glitches and how they happen. We actually have a fairly big strat coming up, and we're going to get into that as soon as we get into Riften here. So we're going to head back into the run. You can start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. So normally to get into Riften, you would have to talk to these guards, you have to pay a fine, and they would just send you straight through the gates there. But instead I'm just going to catch a guard on fire. I'm not going to punch him, I'm going to catch him on fire. And yes, I'm going to have to pay a little bit of gold, I think, but he's just going to warp us straight to the castle, which is where we're trying to go. Thanks, guard.
The return of the Dragonborn?
Now, there is a strat that I can do now, I can set up now, called Ratway Warp, or Ratway Skip. It's another guard warp that actually leads us right back here. I can take one of these guards and set them on fire, and they're going to start following me like they've done before. And then I can sheath my weapon, and they're going to follow me wherever I go. Now, where I'm going is down into the Ratway to go say hi to Esbern. For those of you who have played this casually, know. Now, when you rescue Esbern, you know that you have to run all the way through the Ratway, through all the Thalmor that show up to try and capture Esbern. And that takes a long time. It takes like a couple minutes to go through there. But if you time this correctly, then you can get a guard to be right there at Esbern once you finish Esbern's dialogue. Now, the timing on this is extremely tight. I won't say that this is like really difficult, not like frame perfect or anything like that, but it is a bit challenging. And I'm not super consistent at it. I have gotten it a couple of times. I got it for my first time ever yesterday, in fact. So I'm going to give it one honest attempt, and if I don't manage to get it, then I'm going to show you what the easier strat looks like, where I just run through the Ratway. So, got this guard here. I'm going to set him.
You also can't do any saving and loading at all after you enter the Routeway, because if you do, then it'll like advance the guard scripting, and then you won't be able to outrun them.
Yeah, exactly. So I really do mean I'm going to give this one attempt. I really have one shot before I then do the casual way. And this guard's moving actually where I want him to, I think, which is helpful. Yes, that is the good guard spot. And he's just going to run to the wall a bit. That's fun. So
Yep.
let's go.
Best of luck.
And sheath my weapon. Let's go. Now, this is one part where I can actually mess up, and I messed up a bunch in practice, and that is getting across the gap there.
They'd skin us alive if they knew we were doing this.
And, okay,
Yeah,
good.
this movement is pretty precise.
Yep.
Yep. Whirlwind sprint, so that skips the entire other sequence of the Ratway there.
Possible to just
then-
jump across that gap. It's a lot easier if you play as a high elf because, again, of the faster movement speed. But I think it's also possible to do it as, like, a Khajiit or Imperial or whatever.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So there you just saw me level up
then
to level 3. As mentioned before, that is part of the movement strat that's going to be coming up, actually right after the Ratway.
There's the blade's agent.
Whoops. A little bit off there on my angle.
And the level up restores all our stats as well, so we get max stamina for this part
Oh,
without having
goodness.
to use any potions and stuff.
That guard came down here quick.
Oh, he came early.
Yeah,
kill
I
the
have
guard.
had that happen before. Yeah. But yeah, so this is a failure of guard skip. That guard's supposed to show up, like, much later in Esbrin's dialogue. But yeah, bad luck, but like I said, one attempt, and that's it. So I do have a save for this. That is pretty much where we just were, and so we're going to see what happens, basically, if I don't do that strat to go fast.
Well, because you're loading the save, that means it's not going to work.
Yeah, but I didn't actually do any guard warp for this. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
okay.
different save.
Right, that makes
You
sense.
got aggroed. Alright, let's...
That guy does not like you.
No.
I mean, you can just kill him.
I
You can just
could...
kill him. And you can, no, you should kill him and loot his chef's hat and wear his chef's hat.
Yes, I should do that, in fact.
Go away! What? No. Oh, how what? You better come
What was it? There's like the Master Chef speedrun, I think.
To get a chef's hat.
This'll just take
Like wear chef's hat and cook like a couple items, I think. I think that was a fun miscellaneous category that we had. I don't
Where'd you
remember
go?
the actual parts of it, but I think it was something like that.
I just loved categories.
Yeah, and Skyrim has a bunch of miscellaneous categories that are hilarious.
What's
to
the
do.
silliest one,
So-
if you had to
Yes.
pick one?
Ooh.
Also,
That one's funny. There's another one where there's like what is it? Diseases. I think like collect every single disease in the game
Oh boy,
that you
that's...
can get.
No one can escape it.
Uh,
The prophet. We must
yeah, I think one of them is pretty annoying because I forgot what it was, but it's the one where you need bear traps that you just walk over continuously until you get them, which is RNG because it's like a 25% chance or something.
Let's see. I got this.
There's also one where there's just fastest time to kill, like Nazim, one of the most hated
Yes.
NPCs in the game, and that one's always fun.
Yeah,
I will
I've
define this
definitely
now.
ran more categories of this game than anyone else by far. I haven't really run like those silly categories like killing Nazim and stuff, but I've ran stuff like all guilds, all achievements, all date requests. I have full world records in all three of those categories I just mentioned. I also have like 15 other world records in this game.
it's gonna be pretty good.
I've done a lot of runs.
Yeah. And there's just so many different ways to play this game fast. So if you don't like Lich's main quest, you've got any percent, you've got marriage percent. Lots of ways to do a Skyrim run.
The Dark Brotherhood, I think, is the most exciting, the sickest category in this game, honestly.
What is it?
And no one, Dark Brotherhood, and no one else runs it, and that makes me sad.
I think it used to be one of the most boring categories for all the guilds, because initially there weren't a lot of skips in it, and it was primarily just, oh, you just kill this person and go
Well,
back.
there aren't a lot of skips in it, but that, like, the movement is actually, like, so much fun, especially now with, like, now that we do a cancelable ghost field and combine it with dead loading. It's just, like, really fun execution. It's just the no BS category, where it's just like, if you lose time, it's your own fault.
Yep. And those strats that Pekka mentioned, like dead loading, are strats that you'll see in like any percent or glitched runs. You won't be seeing those today though. So I got a little bit of bad
Dark Brotherhood
RNG.
glitchless is also a very fun category.
Oh, nice. So we got the two. We got glitch and glitchless. So choose your Dark Brotherhood if any of you are interested in running that. So I did get a bit of bad RNG. There's an NPC who's aligned with the Thalmor, and they want to attack me in Esbern. And because they're doing that, I can't warp out of here to our next objective. First, we're gonna take care of this NPC here.
I really hate when this happens.
Yeah,
It's,
it happens to me a lot,
yeah, this
actually.
guy.
Oh, another cutscene. Thanks, game.
This never. Oh well. I mean, I guess it. Yeah. I mean, I guess it doesn't happen if you do
It
rapid
happens
skip.
if you're
Yeah.
yeah, it happens if you're a bit slow here on the exit. Normally you want to like instantly travel as soon as possible.
Oh,
It's
Yosh,
just-
he's giving you the Ganondorf at the end of Wind Waker here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's an awesome pose.
Anyway, so what we would do next in Glitchless Main Quest is we would take Esbern on a little bit of a field trip. And what we're going to do is we're going to take Esbern both to get the Elder Scroll that we need to get later, as well as we're going to get the fast travel point for Sky Ruler Temple. I think that's what it's called, this Skyhaven Temple. I keep getting confused with the Oblivion Temple. Guess which remake I'm playing recently. So Skyhaven Temple. Now, if we were to take Esbern back to Delphine and then go to Skyhaven Temple, there are actually a couple of very tough dragons that are going to spawn right outside of that. So I'm going to make a save, which I actually just did. Let me just double check. So early Esbern, I think, is the one. So in the save, what I have done... Oh, I saved over it. Thanks. All right. So I guess I can just explain it. I did it again. But so what would happen in this save is I would get to the Karth Spire outside there, and on the way there, we would encounter a Frost Dragon. That's very difficult. It would get in our way. We would not be able to wait. And while there's a chance that Frost Dragon might get distracted and like take care of some enemies that are like way off to the side, which actually did happen to me when I was creating that save. Basically, I can't wait, like I can't go fast. I'd have to deal with this dragon, and it's a frost dragon because the game expects you to be like, I don't know, level 7 or 8 or something like that, which we are not. We are level 3. So instead, we are going to go there early. The dragon is not going to spawn because we're not really there in the overall quest yet, and then we can just head to the Karth Spire, no problem. But first, we have to take Esbern all the way across the map, and we are going to do that by exploiting our new method of movement. So, I have the Amulet of Talos, I have level 3 stamina, and because of that, what I can do, and we have roll and sprint. So what I can do is I can roll and sprint, I can then run until I run out of stamina, and just as I run out of stamina, that is going to recharge the Amulet of Talos. And so that means I can just shout again to roll and sprint, wait for it, there it is, I can wait, and then we can just do it all again. And so that's going to be our main movement to get to Zinka left, which is how we get to the Elder Scroll. We used to go to...
And that's...
Go ahead.
Oh, and that's one of the cool things about Glitchless is this movement optimization. Just how much we can fit in with sprinting and whirlwind sprint and using it past all of these long paths of walking, which normally... just running it with waiting and stuff.
Just a small thing. What you should be doing is starting to hold the sprint key after your whirlwind sprint. So whirlwind sprint while holding forward, and then right after the whirlwind sprint and start to hold the sprint key.
Yeah, I'm just holding it down a bit late. We just fell very far there. Don't worry about it. gonna yell a couple
Spirit.
times in here, and then we've got a run through this dungeon.
Sometimes bandits will just fall down and die, like, as you're going into the single left.
And sometimes I will fall down and die. I've lost runs to that. Oh, that ended way early. Did I do a fake wait accidentally? Might have happened. I'm not gonna get this one then. Nope. Alright. So, as you may recall, we have grabbed a whole bunch of wines. And this dungeon, past this point, there are bandits following me, there are Dwemer Centurions following me, and so we can't actually wait like normal. So instead, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to get very, very drunk, and that's going to recover my stamina, and then we can just run. Just run through this very, very dangerous Dwemer ruin after drinking a whole bunch of wines.
Yeah, and the reason why for these wines is because we can't wait to restore our stamina like in other ways that we normally are used to. So we just use the wines that we have to get around all of that.
Yep.
In my opinion, the fact that alcohol starts by giving you extra stamina, but then in the long term decreases your stamina regen is because in Elder Scrolls lore, alcohol is a simple carbohydrate like sugar. That's my lore explanation of why it does that.
That's our lore explanation of alcohol in the Elder Scrolls universe. So I've stopped here because we're about to get to another kind of dicey part of the run. So up ahead we have a lever puzzle where you're supposed to pull levers in a certain order. When you pull a lever, it lowers gates and then allows you to pull other levers, but you have to kind of like move through this sort of maze that happens. But because I've just run through this dungeon and haven't actually fought anything, there's 2 or 3 Dwemer Centurions that are going to be attacking me this whole time. And they're going to be very, very rude and get in my way, and so I have to try and get through this puzzle without dying. So that's going to be fun. Let's see if I can get it. Okay. Did I actually pull that lever? I don't think I did. Looks like it's 3 of them. There we go. Okay. There we go. There's that one. Do I have cheese in this save? I don't. Let's see. Oh, I do have more healing potions. Okay. So I can get to this lever. Out of my way, please. That wheel can be a bit finicky. Sometimes you'll, like, turn the wheel and the game will be like, no, you didn't. Okay, good.
Let's go.
I got this weight here. This is a very, very important one that I don't get consistently. Because there's 3 Centurions following me still. They followed me down through this elevator.
Yep.
We're just gonna skip this whole puzzle by just jumping over these rocks.
Yep, because we have Whirlwind Sprint and the knowledge of how to do that. Got another weight here. Too close to that. There we go. There's a Falmer down there. Well, I am very much out of stamina. That's alright. We have a little area where you can wait here, allegedly. Why am I slow? And why are you following me?
Because I think hit you with an ice attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You got frozen.
So I've got a potion of stamina, so let's recover that. So that's the boss right there, but we're just going to sidestep it, and we're just going to head down here. That Centurion might hit me, but it's alright. We're in Blackreach now. We just ran through that dungeon. I'm going to wait. And then we've got a regular movement loop to head across Blackreach. And I forgot to whirlwind sprint at the beginning, so not quite a regular movement loop.
There are 3 dungeons that you can go through to enter Blackreach. Alfdan is one that the game tells you to go through, but you can also go through Mizinkaleft or Rulbthar. We used to go through Rulbthar, and then we found out that Mizinkaleft is like a whole minute faster, so we go through Mizinkaleft now.
Yep.
Like that's kind of new to me because I used to run the Rulbthar route where like ages like that was my entire time.
Yeah, it was going through Ralbithar.
So that was very different than what
Yes.
I was used to.
And there were a couple of challenges in Ralbithar 2. There was a puzzle you had to do where you have to unjam a series of gears. There was a bit of platforming where you had to like jump on top of a Falmer tent and not die.
Yeah,
by
that
Falmer
one
Wizard.
was very
Wizard.
scary.
Yeah, I
all
miss
the time.
Relfar. Relfar was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, except for like that thing.
Yeah.
All right. I hope everyone knows how to count. I'm a musician, so I can only count to 4.
Musical left isn't as interesting. I like Relfar more.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Not as interesting. But anyway, if you've ever had difficulties with this puzzle, I'm going to show you how to solve it. You press this button 4 times. You have this button twice. And then you have this button once.
That's easy. All right.
Yep. That's how you do that puzzle. I'm sure many people who play this casually got stuck on this puzzle. I got stuck my first time. I had to look it up. But that's how you do it. Now you all know. You can do it at home that way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just randomly pressed the buttons until it
Yep.
worked. My casual
Same.
playthrough.
You can try and logic
I
it
don't
up,
know what the logic is behind it. I don't think anyone knows what the logic is behind it.
just buttons. Anyway, we're now going to head to Skyhaven Temple. We are going to shout in town, so the guard's going to be a bit mad at us. If I talk to that guard, he's going to be like, "Stop shouting in town." I'll be like, "All right," and then immediately shout again. Because I want to go fast. Oops, I am starting to run way earlier than I should be.
I need to ask you to stop.
Good, won't happen again. Yes, it will.
Honest, it won't happen again.
Won't happen again. And then I immediately whirlwind sprint away.
That's so funny when the guard always does that.
Hold on. What level am I? Am I level 3? Okay, I am.
Should be.
Yeah. Weird. It's like the slave should be level 3, but stuff's acting a bit weird.
Yeah, maybe you might be debuffed or something. I don't know.
Maybe? It's possible.
Check your magical effects.
Yeah. No? Alright. Weird.
Then try
sorry.
unequipping and re-equipping your amulet of Talos.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes your items can get bugged out. It's one of the reasons why like stuff like Fortify Restoration works is because items and the stats don't like 100% work the way it's intended.
Yeah, so I guess that might be what we have here. We have a bugged amulet of Talos. But I want to call out this rock here. This rock used to be my least favorite rock in the whole game. I now have another least favorite rock that you saw me trying to jump over way back earlier when we lived tutorial dungeons. So this is now my second least favorite rock because I got stuck on it a lot. Not today, though. It was good.
It's funny how you can, when you run a route so many times, it's like, oh, I know this rock, this one specific rock that no one else in a casual playthrough would ever think about.
Yep. I have a least favorite tree, too, and we're about to see it. And I think you know what it is.
Oh, boy.
I remember in my first world record in this category, I lost like 25 seconds on this jump.
Yeah. It's everyone's least favorite tree. And it is right over there. So we have come here to Karspire early. Because like I said, we don't want to deal with those very high-level dragons. Now, normally you're supposed to come here with Esbern and Delphine, and you're supposed to like walk through here, there's puzzles. But we can just do some parkour onto this, my least favorite tree in the entire game. And if I did it correctly, which I think nope, I didn't. Almost correctly.
Yep, it's a pretty precise, like, platforming section here. You have to kind of parkour on the tree
There we go.
first. And then when you jump on the tree correctly, you can jump up top.
Yep. It's also
and
kind of a
just
leap
shimmy
of,
your way up.
it's also kind of a leap of faith because you have to like jump outwards onto the tree, and there's like a void down there. Well, it's just low ground, but if you jump down there, then the Forsworn that are nearby can see you, and then you can't warp away as quickly once you get the fast travel point. But anyway, we can head back to Riverwood now because we've done everything we need to do on our little field trip with Esbern. And so we can just take him back to Delphine. So the strat you're about to see is that we're about to start the dialogue here, and then we're about to leave just through this door. And what this does is it actually skips through the dialogue. We're going to use this a couple times throughout the run to just skip cutscenes.
And they talk for a long time, so just going in and out of this door, like, skips so much dialogue.
It does. And you could do bumping, but this is faster.
Don't fast travel away too early.
Yep.
Wait like a split second. Yeah. Wait until that map marker appears.
There it is. Oh, yeah, like I said, can't quite use the journal. Because I got multiple fast travel locations, but we can now fast travel there, and because we fast traveled here earlier, we can just come here, wait an hour. Don't have to deal with dragons. Esbern should be here. There he is.
The Akaviri blood seal can only be opened with the right kind.
Yeah, and doing it
There's the
this
chef's
way
head.
makes it so that Esbern doesn't have to go through all of Karspire, deal with all those enemies, and yeah, that's quite...
Yeah. I need to do
The
that
trip.
in every run of Glitches I do now, because we got the time to do it.
Yeah, get the chef's hat.
Yep.
Always fun. Yep, and then we do some waits here to once again progress the dialogue and Esbern and Delphine walking through these halls, since they take a while to talk about the ruins here.
Yeah. Now, you saw me pick up Dragonbane there. Very, very important weapon for fighting dragons. Oh, that's not what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to bump you.
Good.
Then teleport you over here.
So does it show?
Patience. Yes, yes. That's all.
The weight shenanigans are so funny.
Remember,
They're great.
this is where they record.
So we're looking for a shout then. You ever heard of such a thing? You're probably
To be
right.
careful not to
I was
do the
right.
wrong dialogue there,
Well,
which
look
I
around
almost did.
Talos guard you.
Because Delphine spends a lot of time talking about the grudge between the Greybeards and the Blades.
Prophecy which brought the Akaviri.
Yeah, and dialogue choice is extremely important because for some pieces of dialogue, if you choose the wrong one, like one of the Greybeards ones,
Yep.
you have to wait like an entire day to rethink your decision.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
At least it's not
That's
Daggerfall
not
where
what
you
you
soft
want.
block.
Yes, in Daggerfall, you will soft lock
Yeah.
if you do the wrong choices.
You've retrieved.
Very
You
fun.
are ready.
We're gonna teleport Arngir again with waiting. He's trying to talk to me now, but he's all the way over here. Bump.
Where's he going?
Yeah, Arngir likes to kind of walk around this pillar. I like to think he's scared of me because I just bumped
This
into him.
shout is much more powerful.
Show of dominance.
Exactly. I'm a Dovahkiin. I know shouts.
I will not.
Yeah, now more learning of shout stuff.
Yep.
I believe there's like a mini cutscene here.
Yep. No character control.
Dragonborn.
Good water break. Good chance
We
to
will
hydrate.
speak to you.
Good
Stand
height.
between us and prepare yourself. Few can
Hope you all are
withstand
staying
the
hydrated.
unbridled voice of the Greybeards, but you
Yeah, I think there's a lot of funny things that you can do here in this cutscene. Like, there's a lot of cutscene things you can do in Skyrim with marriage.
Yep.
Breaking cutscenes and stuff like that. So, if you don't like cutscenes, you could just get married instead.
Well, not get married.
Not get
Yes.
married.
If you don't like cutscenes,
Yes.
you cannot get married. That makes a lot more sense
Yes.
if you watch any percent. So you can break out of this cutscene a little early, which I'm about to do. Alright, thank you. I need to learn to use the shout to defeat Alduin. Oh, that's...
They have always. Have you learned nothing?
Okay, that was fine.
No.
Almost said the wrong dialogue.
No, it is called.
course that could
You
happen.
do not regret this loss.
We waste
The
time.
worst.
You want, but
Lose like a couple minutes.
Oh, wow.
he speaks to us only.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you
those
could
whose
like
voices
travel away and back, but that's like 30-ish seconds and stuff.
Yep. So, we just had that cutscene. We just told Esbern we need to learn the Dragon Rend shout. He's like, we don't know it. Go talk to Parthenax, who's at the throne of the world. Now, we do have to learn the Clear Skies shout. Not actually for now, because we can just fast travel, but actually for the very end of the game. Now, what's going to happen is Arngu's going to go outside. He's going to put each word on the ground individually. And so I'm going to create a save here.
you how to open the path to
And we're going to teleport Esbern out there. Just by waiting. And then we're just going to head straight outside directly. And what's going to happen is Esbern's going to put each word on the ground if I teleport him. Oh, he's already over there. So
Are you saying Esbern?
You mean
Arngeir?
Arngeir?
Yes, Esbern will be here eventually.
Esbern is not the
No.
not the same person.
Arngeir. We can see, so some of the words were on the ground, but we had to get them like one at a time. And that's kind of fast, I guess, but I can actually reload that save I just made. And I can do a couple more steps.
voice within.
So I can teleport Arngeir outside, and then we can head to this door, actually, is what I'm going to go to. And then we're just going to hang out a little bit. And I'm going to wait for that top little prompt there to go away. And then I'm going to head outside. Head this way. And already all three words are on the ground. And we can just collect them a lot more quickly. Theoretically. I think this might have been actually the same rate. But theoretically, you can collect them faster if you do that. Come on, game. Okay.
I will grant you my.
So with that, we can now head directly to the throne of the world. We get to meet Parthenax. And we have just a little bit of dialogue, courtesy of Charles Martinet.
Is Morrowind going to be on this cutscene or for Peace Council?
It's going to be Peace Council. It could theoretically be on this cutscene. I actually have timed it, but the timing's a little bit tighter, I think. So just for safety, I do it during Peace Council. Also, it's more
The main
fun
thing
if I
is
do it during
Peace Council, you do have the inputs in between,
Yes.
so...
Hear my thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it. If you
And after Parthenax starts shouting, you can just activate on his mouth to shut him up, and then just learn forward slightly faster.
Yep.
Yeah, but I like the wait strat instead.
wait strat's great.
If you wait, you have Parthenax still shouting the fire breath like in a constant loop for like I think until you quick save and quick load.
Now what we just did was we used Salukanir's Dragon Soul to charge Fire Breath, even though Parthenax would just teach it to us.
It's slightly faster than waiting for his dialogue.
Yep. At least if you do it fast, which we didn't do for demo purposes.
perhaps this will.
This dialogue, very, very easy to accidentally do wrong.
Do you
I almost did it wrong.
then it was the
These are the slower dialogues that you're pressing.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
thought this was
Yeah.
world record.
Yeah.
learn dragon
There,
Ren.
I think that was
I
one
think
of
I think that was actually fine.
Hated it.
yeah.
Okay.
Like I think two of the choices are relatively similar. There's one that is very bad.
Yes, and I have accidentally done it. I see a comment
now we
in
read the
there in
Elder
chat.
Scrolls.
Just you wait. Morrowind. Things will happen with Morrowind.
Grand finale.
Exactly.
Yep. And now this is a good time for a break.
Exactly. More hydration.
All right. Don't have to ask me twice.
Yeah.
I've gone through like
Just a
4 bottles of water
long-
this show. I'm like so
Nice.
tired.
I have not gone through nearly enough water. This was just one cup.
Oh yeah, we need to get you some more water. Is this cutscene
Yeah.
long enough for you to run to the fridge, get some more water, and come back?
You
This
know, it
cutscene
might
is
be.
5 minutes.
So I'm gonna
This cutscene
speedrun
is 5 minutes. The next cutscene is 8 minutes.
So instead of speedrunning Morrowind, I'm going to speedrun getting some water.
All right. This is how you do it. You know, I really love video games that have like built-in cutscenes for like, you know, bathroom breaks and water breaks and you know, go stretch. It's the the mid-run stretch. Great.
Yeah, it's
Love to see
really
it.
good, especially for the super long runs. I've done like what is it? Halo MCC run, which is around like 10 hours.
Jeez.
And it's like just super conveniently in Halo 2, which is halfway through the run, there is a 5-minute auto-scroller section where I can just take a break, get
Perfect.
food and stuff, bathroom break and everything.
That's perfect.
And yeah, it's very nice for a longer break in the middle of the run.
I love runs with hydration breaks. Daggerfall also has nice hydration breaks in it. Morrowind all main quests, no hydration breaks.
All right, David. So when is Elder Scrolls 1 the
Elder Scrolls 1, the OG. So I don't know how much.
We love Stonekeep.
Yes, Stonekeep. I don't know how much of the run I want to spoil, but I think Kronos gave a good hint there. We love Stonekeep a lot.
Quite a bit too much,
Little too
because
much.
that's like 90% of the run.
Is that our starting area? I've never played Elder Scrolls 1.
That is the first dungeon.
Of course. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, believe it or not, Skyrim is the only Elder Scrolls I've ever played.
Oh.
I do want to give the Oblivion remaster a shot someday.
It's definitely worth a shot. It's a major graphics upgrade, and they also fixed a lot of glitches that were present in the original. I will
Don't
say
feel
that
like you have to play the remaster. Like, if you don't want to like spend $60, like the original it holds up perfectly well.
Yep. And I will also say the overall narrative writing is pretty good. The quest writing, not really for everyone, I guess is the way I'll put it on the stream.
Yeah, I think like all the Elder Scrolls games like cater to different people as well. Like I know Morrowind, for instance, has very little hand-holding
Yes.
for you. And it has like a lot of random quests that you kind of just need to know from reading the quest description and stuff.
Yep. And there's actually
And,
there's actually one infamous quest that sends you in the wrong direction. It's like you read the NPC's dialogue, it says, oh yeah, go here and then here, and it's misleading.
Oblivion is one that's really grown on me. I think Oblivion has turned into just my favorite Elder Scrolls game to play casually, but I still think Skyrim is the best one to speedrun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, these guys are trying their best. They're really
Yeah,
going
they're
at it.
trying their best. They've
Oh,
gone
no.
to their last resort, which is just use the Elder Scrolls. Title drop.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen a Skyrim any percent or main quest run with all the glitches,
Yeah.
you can skip all of this stuff by failing marriage.
Exactly.
And that skips all of these super lengthy cutscenes that we have, making it a lot more high action.
What I do in the
overall.
All Achievements run is I read a different Elder Scroll before I read this Elder Scroll, and I use that to gain cutscene control during this
Oh.
cutscene.
Interesting.
Actually,
I read the
how
Elder
many
Scroll
times do you
Blood
How
from
many
the
times
Dawnguard
do you-
DLC.
how many times do you fail marriage for that run?
Only
for all
once.
achievements?
Only once.
Only once? That's wow.
To progress in the Dawnguard DLC up until because after I get the scrolls in the Dawnguard DLC, then I can just use that to skip every cutscene.
Oh.
Yep.
Interesting.
Okay, so now here this is the Alduin fight.
Yep, we got a
so
boss
we're going to
battle.
favorite all of our very important pieces of equipment, including our shouts and spells and stuff. And we're going to pre-fire Alduin here. Oh. I think that was a bit late, so Alduin will probably fire
Yeah.
the circle. But yeah, normally if you do it while the screen is still white, Alduin would fall down immediately, so you don't need to do like another Dragon Rend shout here. which you'll probably need to do soon-ish.
Whoops. Bad button there.
And yeah, we're just attacking Alduin. And because of our level, I believe Alduin is scaled on your own level, so if you're level 1 to, like, I think level 50 is the max, is, like, basically the same difficulty.
Yeah, I'm pressing so many wrong buttons here.
Oh boy,
You're
you are
fine.
pretty
Yeah,
bad.
Alduin has a minimum level of 10, which is why like he'll have the same health as long as we're below level 10. Which is why in the legendary difficulty version of this run, I try to stop leveling once I hit level 10.
Do I? Interesting. I don't have a whole lot of stuff left.
Yeah, you are running low.
Yeah.
This is kind of scary. But yeah, if you time your Dragon Run shouts, you can
Got him.
stagger Alduin too. And there we go. Very nice. That was a very scary
It
fight.
was
I
very
think
scary.
that's probably the hardest part of the glitchless run in terms of combat.
Yeah, Alduin 1 is
So-
the hardest part of this run.
Harder than Alduin 2.
Alduin 2, yeah, Alduin 2 is a piece of cake.
Yep, especially because you have like 3 other people there to distract him.
Yeah.
But this does mean I don't have any potions for
Congra.
Skull Dolphin, which can also get dicey.
A fine place.
Alduin 1 is also by far the hardest part of legendary difficulty glitchless.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
Makes sense.
So now we have the politics part of the run, which actually is the part of the run that has Morrowind in it. So yes, Morrowind is coming. But first we have to actually get to the Peace Council. I have to tell Jarl Balgruuf that we want to trap a dragon in his palace.
To have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn.
Unskip.
Yeah, and this is basically
May the gods
basically your core, your quest of the game.
Yep.
Just talk to a lot of people.
all do. I don't. Now what's this nonsense? I want to. Oh, do you think? No, I can't. But getting. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council,
It's really one of those things that's surprisingly easy to lose a lot of time
Hey,
on,
Lydia.
and like not even see where you're losing time.
No, it's-
I think Lulu on average does this like 10 seconds faster than I do it, or something crazy. Like he's so fast at this.
Yeah, I've had that happen before. It's like, wait, how did I lose time on the Peace Council split? And it's from stuff like this, just random things not being optimal in this part of the run.
We are not
Yeah,
warriors.
movement, dialogue, shenanigans, just putting your dialogue right at this perfect moment. Since when you select an option, for instance, you can quit out early by just leaving the conversation manually. And as long as you've selected like the dialogue option, it will progress it the right way. So you just have to be very diligent about like all of these small optimizations, which is very tricky to do at the high end.
Yep. Like you saw me there fumbling a bit with spells. That's one of the things where you can just like lose just a few seconds if you fumble the spells a bit.
Do you have some reason to
So we're actually going to join the Imperials as part of the run, because that's how we go fast.
guides, I'm sure
I'm
you're
telling
Okay.
you.
Speak with Legate Bricker.
Yes, I have a message.
Is there
from
like an
Greybeard.
objectively like these are the baddies
They are getting.
side?
My job is to quell this
Not
rebellion,
really. It's a
and I
matter of
intend to
personal
do
opinion.
just that.
Stormcloaks are actually, like, if you're actually doing a Civil War speedrun, Stormcloaks are faster than Imperials in pretty much every way.
Yes, they did an interesting job with the writing of it's like, you know, there's no like 100% good versus evil side. Like each side has, you know, their things they've done and like other stuff. And so it's like you get to pick a side. It's not like you're on the side of good or evil. It's you chose a side there. All right.
Speak with the Aretino boys doing some ritual.
Missed.
You have committed crimes against
That-
Skyrim.
I was casting fire by this guard, and he was just like, that Aretino kid. Which is how you start Dark Brotherhood.
Won't give us a straight answer. He's a true Nord.
Yep. And now, after talking to Ulfric, We're going to be able to start the console.
Yep.
Woo!
Yay.
Let's go.
I have the I can't afford. Good.
And because General Tullius has agreed to appear because we joined the Empire, then Jarl Frick is like, sure, I'll go.
We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's...
Alright. Where are the world's not there? It's here.
We're about to get into an 8-minute long dialogue cutscene.
Yep.
And David's going to be playing Morrowind during this, but he can't completely focus on Morrowind because he does have to press 2 buttons during this dialogue.
Exactly.
Also, this dialogue is fastest in English, which is why English is the fastest language for this category.
I am wearing my chef's hat to the negotiations.
Very appropriate.
I should not have agreed to host this council.
So we do...
Just waiting for the dialogue to begin.
Yep, we do
I timed
have
it
a
out. I
dialogue
think
speed.
English is the fastest at 8 minutes and 11 seconds for this dialogue, and Japanese is the slowest at 9 minutes and 21 seconds for this dialogue.
Wow.
Surprising difference.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, and that's also surprising because normally Japanese is one of the faster languages in most.
Well,
other
that's because
games.
that's because text rolls by faster because it's like
Yeah.
less characters per. Yeah. So that's like not relevant to like voice dialogue. Like English is the fastest language for this game because it was written in English, and translation usually makes stuff slower.
Yep. Alright, everyone, we have the Peace Council, so that means it's Morrowind time. And, okay, good, the window did appear at the right size.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Now, I do have to still keep one ear on Skyrim, as I said, because I have to actually stop for some dialogue.
It won't happen again.
And I'll head back to it.
Settled, may we proceed? I have something to say first.
Here we go.
Yay! Let's go any percent.
Oh, you're finally
it's
awake.
always fun.
Yeah. So that's Giab over there. Giab and us are getting off the prison boat.
Can you get the guard skip here?
Let's see if I get it. It's the hardest strat in the whole run. It's right at the beginning. And I got it. Nice.
Yo.
I didn't get it during practice, but I got it during here.
Hey,
is
that's
sick.
when it counts.
Exactly.
That saves 2 seconds, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
didn't
major.
get hatch skip, but oh well. So right here we have character creation. I'm going to be choosing Redgar as my race because we get Adrenaline Rush, which is going to be very useful coming up for a jump in a little bit.
Same thing as we do in Oblivion.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
They're still going back there in Skyrim. Yeah.
Yep, they're still
It's
going.
hysterical.
Do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace.
So I
Yep,
choose
and
a
now we
pre-made class.
open the menu to pre-select. Yeah.
What is our goal in
Technically-
Morrowind? Like, what are we trying to accomplish?
Okay.
That's our price for
We are beating the game. The full game.
Yep. In 4 minutes.
Oh my god.
Now it is lagging a bit.
We get a
which can
dagger
happen.
and a hammer, and we use the dagger and the hammer to hit the heart of a god, and that disrupts the rhythm, and if the world explodes or something.
I said I'd handle it.
And this is moving very
Yep, so we
slowly.
grab the platter, we drop it, and then we pick it up after, basically making us steal the platter when normally the guard would just steal it off from us. So it's pretty interesting that now we just have a platter that's worth a lot of gold that we're going to use to sell for a bunch of stuff here. And here we're... Oh, did you give the ring? Or do you give the ring?
You don't give the
90%?
ring anymore. You actually sell it to Ariel.
Oh.
Wait, what does
That's
giving
something
him
to-
the ring even do? What does it do?
It gives him more gold.
It was a quest. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a quest, but we
For
don't do it
gold.
anymore.
That is pretty cool.
What is with the
Optimization.
cinematography?
But like, what does completing the quest do for the speedrun?
Let's see. How about Riften?
It,
The rift would help secure our communications with
for Morrowind, I believe back then we used to do it for gold, but
Okay.
It does give better
it
buy and
seems
selling
like-
prices with
yeah,
Ariel.
Now we'll see if
yeah.
there's
I guess it's not necessary. But here
Disappoint me, Dragonborn.
we get a fun thing.
Accepted your
Whoa.
Well, wait, what?
So that mage of scrolls allowed me to jump to the end of the game. He doesn't quite know how to use them correctly, so he fell to his death, but I can jump to the end of the game with them, because I know how.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's so funny that they placed that guy right at the start just for you
right at the
to
start.
do that.
Alright, welcome to
And
the
then
end
we
of the game.
landed right
What?
at the final section of the
Oh
game.
wait, did the scroll not work? I don't think
Uh-oh.
it did. Oh well.
You have
I have a
to-
safety save
okay.
just in case this happens.
Yeah, so right there we are supposed to get, I believe,
Oh, did the
two
game just crash?
lockpicking screws?
Yo,
Uh-oh.
alright.
We love game crashes. Welcome to Bethesda games.
Oh, nope. Okay, we're good.
Oh,
The classic Bethesda game crash
game?
fake out, yeah.
He is with me, and I advise you both to listen to what he has
oh
to say.
boy, what is going on?
I'm assuming it's fine.
Don't you understand what
Yeah,
the
so,
return of the dragon means?
yeah, we get the scroll for lock picking that we use on that door. We pick up one of those spears, and then we pick up keening, and with both weapons, if you switch between them really quickly, normally using scroll wheel, you get a bunch of speed built up.
Yep.
So it like increases your, as you can see, agility and speed, so you can just fly everywhere. And we combined that with one of the stuff that is coming soon here, where we're going to grab a item, I believe, that lets us float in midair too.
Yep.
Wait, so is that speed boost permanent? What?
Yep, it's speed boost
Yes,
permanent. It's a
No
glitch in
way.
the 1.0 version of the game. Also, I just killed
Wow.
Dagger the Feminine with a lockpick because, unlike a certain remake, you actually can switch weapons while attacking.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to
Yep.
be fighting for. True.
Yeah, and the lockpick for some reason is a one-hit kill on anything.
Exactly. So now that we have gotten the 2 items we need to beat the game, we can just fly straight to the end and then just beat the final boss from here.
I love how you're going so fast the game has to load to catch up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yo,
so we
here's
just flip
that
through the
360
door.
degree cinematography. We're still spinning over
If you,
there.
if you watch a glitch Skyrim run, Skyrim is the same way.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah, there is
surprised.
a lot of just moving around in stupid fast speeds, like so.
Yeah.
It's just very different methods of doing so.
Exactly. Yeah, my computer is running this very, very slowly. I think I might just have to do with the
Yeah,
fact that I'm
I
also
mean,
running
you're
Skyrim right
running
now.
multiple games at
Yep.
once and streaming it all. But yeah, it looks like you're going all the way through. We're just passed through a bunch of the last doors here. And now we're in the final boss room here, where we have to just destroy the heart. So we go in third person to control our speed a bit better. With one hammer swing and a bunch of swings of keening,
And
we're
that's
able
more
to
wins.
just
Done.
go all the way
All
up.
right, GG.
That's it.
Wow.
And you heard
Wow,
3
very-
different lines of
very
dialogue all at the
fast game.
same time. Yep. Okay. Ooh, excellent timing.
Hold to there. What about you, Alistair? Are these
And see,
Yes,
they
and
weren't
we're
even done arguing
approaching
yet.
the end. Yeah.
General Tullius is waiting.
There is still a couple more minutes of
This is my
the
favorite thing
Skyrim
ever.
dialogue.
General, you
It's great. Even with all the lag, all the slow mouse movement, I'm still done before this is.
Thank you, Jarl Elsa. I appreciate
So I guess it's a good thing I didn't do that before the Dragon Run cutscene, because that would have
Yeah.
probably used up a bunch of time.
All right, how much time do you need to throw in another Elder Scrolls game? Any percent?
You
Oblivion
could
is 4 minutes.
technically do Oblivion. It's pretty fast, but
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
All right, well, what if you any percent Skyrim during the Skyrim cutscene?
That's very
don't think-
difficult.
That is. Skyrim's already, like, any percent is pretty lengthy. It's like 20-ish minutes.
Oh wow,
now.
20 minutes. I know.
Yeah.
So there we got the name of a dragon that we're going to trap in the palace, which is why we did this whole Peace Council thing.
And Skyrim 90% is a stressful, difficult category. I never really fully got the hang of that. Which is like a weird thing to say because I'm like within a minute of world record, but I still feel like I haven't gotten control of my runs at all.
Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my
Yep.
city
And now this is the final sections of the game here. So basically, now we're going to get ready to call Odabing. And this is one of the parts where they do also refreshers shout here.
Yep.
So
and
shout,
sometimes
and then...
Odabing doesn't get called when you call him, but it looks like we were successful. I think it's like a timing
Will
thing.
we get any funny shenanigans with Odabing here?
Maybe. I've seen it happen.
Let's see.
Levitating bows and other stuff is usually what happens.
Yeah, we're flying through the roof. Let's see. There he is, coming in. And...
sometimes Odabing does get a bit distracted by the other guards. We need to make sure that he goes down the hallway.
You saw the guard get dropped in the background.
Yeah.
Someone in chat mentioned doing a speedrun of Skyrim Very Special Edition on VLX set. Does that even have an ending? Like, can you speedrun does that have an ending?
This way, please.
I think Tomato ran it.
Oh, did he?
Like,
okay.
for fun. Yeah,
Doesn't have one, you make your own
probably a bit on
ending.
that.
Exactly.
Alright, the run ends here.
You can do
Take
that.
it or leave it.
Yep.
Alright.
And so we just left the battle and came back, and they did everything for us. Wow.
Thank you, guards.
Among ourselves, once he has
This is another place where I often choose the wrong dialogue option.
gross.
It's very easy. All you have to do is just pick the top one every time.
Could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like
Yep.
this.
And then he takes us to Skulldolphin,
Yep.
which is probably one of the trickier sections of Glitchless as well with movement.
Alright, so I'm going to actually fast travel away here. This is a cutscene skip that we allow in Glitchless Main Quest. And now we're at Skulldolphin, and we don't have to watch that big cutscene of us flying on the back of a dragon, which is epic, but also takes time. Well, wait a minute. Did I just quick load something? I did. Okay. Wrong button, but luckily... I guess we have an autosave. We didn't save at Skulldolphin. Alright, we get to watch the cutscene anyway, because I pressed the wrong button. Yay!
It's kind of like what happened to me in my any percent run. I think I also failed the cutscene skip here. And
Sometimes
that lost me 20 seconds.
the courier can catch up with you here and, like, mess up your animation, and you'll see the character basically riding an invisible dragon into the sky.
I've never seen that personally, but that sounds hilarious. I have had the courier show up during capturing Odabing. So this is
You're going to want to
dice
go
roll.
higher up. You're going to want to go higher up before you...
Okay.
no, it's not going to work.
Oh, alright.
That's not going to work now.
Yeah, there's a lot of
No,
difficult
you
platforming
need to
here.
go higher up. You need to go higher up before you jump. Go up, all the way up, all the way up that hill.
Yeah.
Invisible wall?
Okay, wait, actually, yeah, you're gonna have to go around the tree. You're gonna have to go around the tree.
Oh, okay. So I've usually used that rock as a reference. Oh, alright, this works. I've never actually done this before. This is fun. Learning new tech live on stream. This is
Hey,
so
that's
much
what we
better
love to
than the
see.
old tech.
Yeah, I don't know what path you were gonna try to take, but I don't know, but this is gonna be better.
A much dicier one.
Well, that dragon really wants to burn you.
that happens, and that's why I was very concerned about how many health potions I had.
You'll be
but-
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the healing is very nice here. But yeah, you can see that this is pretty difficult platforming that we're doing. Normally you're supposed to go through like a big set of dungeons in Skulldolphin.
But we're
But
parkouring
it
instead.
actually leads all the way outside. So instead of doing the dungeons, we just go around the outside here by scaling the mountain on our own a little bit.
You do have
just
to go a bit
climbing
backwards
on
and
whatever
forwards
walkable
to
edges.
Navigate around these walls. There we go. Okay.
Yep. And then once we do, we're able to go all the way up top. And yeah, that skips literally the entire like couple dungeons, and it's very, very long, so this saves so much time.
Well, you skipped all that.
It's just very difficult to do. And there we go.
Yeah, be careful here.
To
Okay,
Sovngarde.
you're good.
That dragon knocked the pogs off. That was hilarious.
Okay, do you have all your wine hot keyed?
I should have it hotkeyed. I have sometimes lost hotkeys, but actually now would be a very, very good time to check that. Yes, I do. Okay. Because, yes, we cannot wait in Sovngarde, and so that's when we use all the rest of our line.
Yeah, and since we are going to be sprinting basically the entire time there, it is super important that we have as much as we can get.
Yep.
And you can see we're using them very quickly here. It's like one restores like a little bit of stamina. And so I think we have like 30-ish, so we'll see how it works out.
I'm probably going to run out before the final boss fight, but it's not like the worst if I run out at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially because this is a very lengthy running section. Normally in any percent we just do a horse tilt and skip all of that, but yeah, we don't have the the movement for that in glitchless.
Exactly.
So wine it is.
Yep. So one thing you saw in Skuldafn is I was trying to jump from some rocks. So this game, if you've heard about Celeste speedrunning, you'll have heard about something called Coyote Time, where you have just a little bit of time after you go off a platform to jump again. This game does not have Coyote Time, and boy do I wish it did. Because there are lots of jumps where I wished I'd made, but I was in midair and the game said, nope, no jumping for you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I just equipped Flames here when I actually wanted to equip Fire Breath.
And now we have the Soon fight.
Yep. This fight is also fairly dicey, not because it's difficult, but because I sometimes don't do it correctly. There we go.
And if you fail, Soon can one-shot you from full health if he does a power attack.
That's actually
Like that.
really interesting that you put the cold weapon in your right hand and Dragonbane in your left hand.
Oh, there he goes.
I should test out more with that, like to see if that's
Oh
worth
yeah,
trying.
you should swing first, because the Fire Breath doesn't do any damage when you
I always thought we did Fire Breath
with it first. Yeah, you do Fire Breath, but after like the first hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, you don't want to do Fire Breath because you want to whirlwind sprint as much as possible.
Oh, yeah. That is true. Normally, we would just do a power attack, and that should work most of the time, but yeah.
Yep. So now I'm heading in and out of doors again to skip in-game cutscenes and dialogue and other fun stuff. And so now the heroes that we saw in the Dragon Run cutscene are going to make their way to Alduin, and we'll play them all together here in Sovngarde. I think they got stuck. Let's do this again.
Yeah, NPCs can be pretty weird. Yeah, and that speeds it up tremendously by just going in and out, because they take a long time to just go.
Yep. That's a very long cutscene.
And looks like you have enough stamina to reach there. Just
that
barely.
doesn't happen very often. One more line. Which it's probably took longer than actually, like, just jumping.
Just walking.
So I always mess up this dialogue in the order you're supposed to bump into folks to skip the dialogue.
Someone in chat mentioned that the Peace Council sequence ruins the tensions in Skyrim story, and that the game should have just had you go to Skuldafn right after Alduin 1. That is what happens if you finish the Civil War before doing the Alduin 1 fight. If you've already finished the Civil War, then you just go straight from Alduin 1 to Skuldafn. That's also, I think, what happens. You don't even have to completely finish the Civil War. I think you just have to own 8 holds. So do everything except the final battle.
Yep, and now this is the auto-scroller before the end of shouting 3 times for clear skies, and then Alduin comes in for the big final boss fight, which is very easy compared to the previous one.
Yeah, Alduin 1, we were on our own.
This time we have everyone with us. Woo!
How would you like to have a title as the old? Not one I
Well,
want.
you're the old.
Okay. Good, Alduin did come this... Did that shout even happen? I shouted and nothing happened. Game?
Oh, oh,
I would like to shout, please.
Oh.
There we
Yeah,
go.
sometimes your shout can get bugged out, where you're pressing the shout button and nothing's happening, and I believe the game is just locking you out of the shout because it thinks you already used it or something.
Yeah.
So time is coming up
So
soon.
it's
Time is as soon as I
pretty
get the final hit on Alduin, and you'll hear like a noise when that happens. And time.
GG.
let's go.
That went pretty well.
Yeah,
Very fun
very,
showcase.
very solid Alduin 2 fight, other than my shout just kind of not existing for a moment.
Oh, we blame the game.
Exactly.
Game had a load pick.
Why did Todd Howard envision my shout happening that way at this time?
God works in mysterious ways.
Sure does. But anyway, that was Skyrim Glitchless Main Quest as well as Morrowind Any Percent, which does have glitches in it.
Yeah, just a few. I do love it though. That was. I knew it was fast. I didn't know it was 4 minutes. Yeah, and as soon as you hit the launch pad and just were out, that's just how fast it launches you. It just launches you
Exactly.
into the stratosphere.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes your acrobatic skill, was it like 1,000 or something, in a game where it's only supposed to be 100 at most. It is a bit of an Easter egg, but they placed it right outside of town, and so we can just grab those scrolls and then use them to jump to the end of the game, get the 2 items we need to beat the game, one of which actually levels up your speed stat, which is very, very good, and then we just move so fast that we can just beat the game at that point.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for bringing the showcase on, and like, I really appreciated like the really in-depth breakdown of how everything works, and the live tutorial mid-game climbing up the mountain was awesome. Loved it. Good job, you two. Now, David, you did have one more thing prepared. I think we have enough time
Yes.
to go through and do it. Tell us
Alright.
what we have here.
Yes. So you might have seen some saves here that start with GE. Those letters stand for Glitch Exhibition. I have some saves here that are going to show off some things we can do in Skyrim, because we just had 2 hours and 20-ish minutes of a glitchless run. Actually, if you include the break there. So let's show y'all some glitches, just for some fun. So the first thing we're going to talk about is buckets. Now, buckets have some fairly interesting collision in Skyrim. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head... Where's the save? I have a lot of safety saves you can see here. Here we go. This is the one. So we're going to head to Skuldafn. We're going to head to a part of Skuldafn we didn't see because we jumped up those cliffs over there. But we're going to stand here at the gates of Skuldafn. I did kill some Draugr beforehand. Right at this rock. And I'm going to look at this tree, look at this spot right here. Then I'm going to head to my inventory, and I have a bucket in my inventory, and I'm just going to drop it. And because of the way I dropped it, you can see that I have boosted up a bit, and I've ended up on top of it. That's not the elevator I'm talking about here. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press and hold down E, which grabs the bucket with physics, and here we go! Elevator.
We love all this Skyrim.
Yeah, exactly.
tech.
That's great.
Boy, this would have
And
gotten up the mountain a lot easier.
Exactly. No, we just got here in like no time at all. We're here already.
Yeah, this was used in the old any percent route. Very fun to do.
The only bucket climb that didn't get obsoleted by horse tilting is in the Dragonborn DLC in the Temple of Mirak. Or not the Temple of Mirak, in the Summit of Apocrypha. And I did that in my all achievements run to finish the Summit of Apocrypha, but I didn't know the specific method that MD did right here, and now that I know it, it seems a lot more consistent, so I'm going to start doing that.
Yep. There's actually a YouTube tutorial still online that you can watch if you go to the speedrun.com page for Elder Scrolls. I think it's under like strats or something like that, as part of a video series.
Yeah.
Now, we're not done with buckets quite yet, because we are here at High Hrothgar, and I have another bucket here. I'm just going to drop. I'm not going to equip that. Can't equip it. I'm just going to hold it straight up in front of my face. I'm going to quick save, because sometimes this can go wrong, like it just did. Come on, bucket. Okay, there we go. And now I'm just going to run straight at the wall. And we just went through it.
What?
You can do that. We
Wait,
are now
what is the
inside of
bucket
High
doing?
Hrothgar. The bucket's just flying away, but it serves its useful purpose. It's now just going to roll all the way down through the world there. But yeah, we're now inside High Hrothgar. There's kind of a void. We can just kind of hang up on here, see what there is to see underneath High Hrothgar, like some stones over there. Now this is very...
And this is...
Go ahead, Carlos.
Oh, yeah, and this is just object clipping, and you can do it with all sorts of objects, not just buckets. Like, you can do it with bowls, plates, etc.
Yep.
And yeah, it's pretty cool. You can get into so many different places as long as you have the right materials for it.
Yep. Now, what you would use this in any percent, or at least you used to use it. I don't know the new route with dead loading, but we used to use that clipping to get into High Hrothgar because we wouldn't normally have the Greybeard summons at this point in the older route, and so we could just get in the back door because the front door is locked. Now, because we got in the back door and we never got the summons, the front door would never be unlocked, and so in order to get into High Hrothgar, we'd have to use that bucket clip every single time. But anyway, here are the Greybeards. Hello, Wolfgar. You'll never guess how I got in here.
Ah.
But yes, those are the fun things about buckets that you can do in Skyrim, also bowls and other things. So, you've heard all about these horse tilts, and if any of you have watched like an 80% run, you know what horse tilts are, or even some of the other runs, you know what horse tilts are. But for those of you who have not seen one before, let's give you a little introduction to horse tilts. So all the way down here, I have this third-person save. And what the save is doing is it's here kind of near the bottom of the throat of the world. And all I'm doing is I'm just kind of looking at this tree here. Nothing important, I'm just staring at a tree. What I'm going... Now, one thing you'll notice is that the save is in third person. This is important. Keep a note of that. So, I'm going to load... Let's see, where is a good save to load? Let's do this one, post Alduin. So I'm going to do a quick whirlwind sprint. In the middle of that whirlwind sprint, I'm going to load this third-person save I showed y'all. And what you're going to see, once I load it, is that my character is now walking into this wall and is now further forward of the tree they were looking at. What just happened is that if you make a save in third person, you go to another save, and you don't even have to save, you can just have any sort of forward momentum. That if you load a save in third person, that momentum will carry between saves.
Oh.
Yep. Now, whirlwind sprint's kind of fast, but we can go even faster. I have here another save.
Oh no.
It's called At That Rock. And this rock will be very, very familiar with anyone who's done 80% runs. Now, if I take this horse and I tilt it, that's why we call it horse tilts, at a perfect 90-degree angle, and I try and get off of it, if you watch closely, you'll see my character flew off that horse at very, very high speeds. We are now going very, very fast. And so, I'm going to load this third-person save with this horse tilt speed. And we are now all the way out here. So I can just go into Throw the World. Just run up the mountain a little bit. I think I'm too low.
Yeah, by the way fall damage works in this game is it's not like collision damage, so you can go as fast into the mountainside as you want, but as long as you're not going too fast downward, you won't take too much fall damage. It's only how fast you're traveling downward that determines fall damage.
How do you know how to navigate this?
It takes a
lots
lot
of practice.
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice. I almost made it to High Hrothgar. I was just a little bit low and I got stuck on the mountainside here. Not gonna try getting to High Hrothgar because there is something I want to show. So I'm going to do another horse tilt and load it into that save. Because the problem with this horse tilt, and you kind of saw it there, is you still have collision. And if you don't do this horse tilt correctly, I think that was incorrect. Or if you're going too fast and you're out of control. Come on. There we go. I have a lot of saves, and they take a while to load.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay. There we go. So I'm just going to load that high profit guard, or that third-person save again. You can very
so
easily
funny.
crash into a mountainside and die.
I love it.
Yeah, this is good. So I just crashed into a mountain and died. That's very, very easy to do, even if you're very well practiced at this run. And so what if there was a horse tilt? Oh, yeah, you can see I still have tilt speed. You actually preserve that speed if you load the save again in third person. So I could probably even go to high Hrothgar again second time. I don't know, I'm losing speed here. Oh, I did it. All right, nice. Cool.
Hey, GG.
We made it. All right. And I can even load the save again. But what if there was a tilt where that didn't happen? So I have another save here at the tanning rack. Or a tanning rack. This is a tanning rack that's right outside Battleborn Farm. I am going to press E to use the tanning rack, and I'm going to try and press escape at just the right time. This is, I think it's frame perfect, but if not, very, very close to frame perfect. And I think I might have gotten it first try. Nope, okay. I got a bit too late there, like 1 frame too late. That was too late. I am going to
also just mash quick save and E like alternately. Just mash quick save E, quick save E.
So I wasn't
really
able
fast
to get
enough.
that consistently. It was a bit too early there. A bit too late. All right, let's try your strat there. I think that might have worked actually. So
If a quick way to check if it worked is just press quick load and just check if you're in that.
Okay. Nope.
I believe.
Let's see. Okay, that worked. All right. So now the key thing you might notice here is that I am in third person again, but I am in the middle of using a tanning rack. So if I load the horse tilt again, and hopefully this will work. Then I'll have a horse tilt, but not just any horse tilt. A little bit faster. You can buffer this using escape. That helps control your speed a bit better. Okay, it did not work.
I can watch you fly off the horse a million times. Oh,
yeah, it's great. Okay, I think I got it just there. So let's try that again.
Just try pressing quick load and see if you're in.
So I didn't use the quick load strat. I used the one I was using before.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But this should work. Yeah, so I'm in third person there. There we go. All right, so now you can see I'm just
space.
I'm just running through the terrain right here. This is what we call an ethereal tilt, where you don't have physics because you're using a tanning rack. Now, the disadvantage here is that I keep the same Z coordinate. There we go. So I can head over here to Riverwood, but I'm underneath Riverwood. I can head over here to the Throne of the World, which is actually where I'm going to stop. Now, you can
It's
see
pretty useful for discovering fast travel locations, but you can't get any fast travel locations for something that's too far above or below you, because every fast travel zone is like a sphere with a certain radius.
Yep. So you can so you can like get Throw the World or Riverwood or stuff like that. But if you're you can be like right underneath it. But if you're too far away, you still won't get that fast travel. Now, I am under the Throne of the World. I'm here in the Void. If I press quick save and quick load, what that's going to do is it's going to warp me upwards to essentially some predetermined locations, some safe locations. And there's a fun thing I can do if I go third person when I do that.
It gets worse.
Oh, it didn't work. But anyway, I got Throw of the World. So let's head back to the main menu, because I do get a second shot at this if I do that. And if you do an up warp wrong, you can actually just go back to the main menu and try again, because you did just quick save as part of it. Okay. So let's like run over here somewhere. Because usually I get up warp to a weird location if you're like directly centered over the summit. There we go. Alright. Isn't this wonderful?
It's great.
I'm swimming. The gods know what you've done.
I think something's wrong with your ankles here.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's all part of Todd Howard's vision.
Oh, you're slowly going up. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're slowly going up. And you'll just keep on going up. You'll just keep swimming upwards. It's great.
Not optimal
Yeah, smooth
technique.
No. Smooth criminal indeed. That's correct.
Oh, what a silly game.
Yep. So I got
Does
one
this have
final
any use at all? The swimming?
No. Well,
Okay.
the swimming animation doesn't. Upwarping has a lot of uses.
Yeah, I
because that's how
imagine.
you get to throw the world travel point. But yes, this animation only for glitch exhibitions.
My goodness. This is
Yep.
amazing.
So one final glitch I want to show is item duplication. So we are here at Skyhaven Temple again, and here's Dragonbane. Now, as we said before, Dragonbane has a nice property where it does additional damage to dragons. And one Dragonbane's nice, but what if we had two of them? That would be a lot of additional damage.
Oh, yeah.
The unfortunate
would.
thing for us is that there was only one Dragonbane on the table. We have taken it, it's no more. But if I take Dragonbane and I just drop it on the ground, and then I hover over it and I press quick load and very rapidly tap the pickup button, let's see what happens. I don't think I was fast enough there, but let's see. Oh, good. We have two Dragonbanes.
Yo, that's double.
That's double. And what if I just did it again?
Wait, is this exponential?
I've got three of them. So I can just keep
What?
doing this. I can get 4 Dragonbanes, 5 Dragonbanes. Alas, I only have 2 hands, so I can only carry 2, but we have 3 Dragonbanes. This is
How much
actually
does
how
it
we
sell
do...
for, though?
Yeah, maybe. But this is how we actually duplicate buckets for getting through High Hrothgar in any percent. So now that I have multiple Dragonbanes, what if we just head back to Alduin 1 and just kind of see what that looks like.
Oh. Hi,
Shots,
hi,
we
Alduin.
don't need that. This isn't like an absolute curb stomping. It still gets a bit dicey at times, but will not be nearly as challenging as last Alduin 1 was.
You're still
Hope
super low
it's not
level, right?
invincible.
Yeah.
Okay, you are chunking that health.
Yep.
Do the power attack cancels.
You have grown strong, Dovahkiin.
That's only a potion, my goodness. Yep. Almost didn't.
Oh.
That was pretty close. Anyway, that's it for
so
the
much
glitch exhibition.
faster.
And yeah, that's Alduin 1
Wow.
with 2 Dragonbanes.
GG's.
A lot less trouble last time.
Wow. The horse tilt, just like my favorite part about this whole thing was just seeing you fly off the horse. Now, if you did not
Great.
load out of it, where would you end up after dismounting?
Oh, let's try that. I think eventually the game crashes, which would be a very, very fitting end to this.
That would be a very
but
fitting
let's-
end.
I
Yes.
think there's a couple outcomes. I think one of them is I think you get warped to coordinate 000 on the map, which is kind of like in the
There
center
it goes.
nearby Whiterun or something. I think there's like a lot of different things that can happen. But yeah, game crashing is most likely
Yep.
one of the outcomes.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
So, like you're going beyond the bounds of the map at this
Exactly. And you kind of saw that before when I first showed off the tilt to High Hrothgar, where the game was saying you cannot go that way. That's when you get so far out of bounds because you're moving so fast that the game just can't like get you out of that situation. And so you're just stuck there. And you're not exactly soft locked because you can just like reload the save with tilt speed, but yeah, you can't move anywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and if you do get stuck out of bounds as well, when you quick save and quick load, you get warped back into Riverwood, the inn inside there. For some reason, that's like the safety save like area for if the game doesn't know where you are, it just places you right there. It was used in the old any percent route, which is very
I'm
cool.
not surprised.
But yeah.
Break the game to send you to a specific spot. So you're
Exactly.
faster. I love it.
Yes, the devs were prepared, sort of.
Yeah, I do just find it immensely appropriate that we are ending a Bethesda game with a game crash.
Yep. Although
like
we
this,
sort of intentionally caused it.
We did intentionally crash it, but still, it's very funny. We had a couple close calls, both in Morrowind as well as in Skyrim. Well, David, thank you so much for bringing this on for us today. Sorry, Chad, if I'm a little bit quiet. I am sick, so I'm trying my best to push through here all the way through the end. But I want to like go through everybody here and give you a chance to shout yourself out. What do you do on your stream? Daredevil, you got a piano back there. I know you do some cool stuff,
Yes.
or keyboard. But feel free to talk about any upcoming projects you have. Make sure you are following musical_Daredevil here. There's a link pinned in message in the chat. Absolutely.
Yep. I am somewhat rusty at keyboard. I actually use this mostly for full orchestra arranging. If you're interested in any of that, I am the director of video production for the Washington Metropolitan Gamers Symphony Orchestra. We're actually going to be streaming a Smash tourney this Saturday, so you can check us out at twitch.tv/WMGSO. I also sing tenor in the choir and do full orchestra arrangements. If you want to check me out personally, you can see a pinned message in chat right now with my personal channel, musical_Daredevil, where I mostly stream Elder Scrolls runs, but if I don't feel like going that fast, I oftentimes do Ocarina of Time Randomizer. So if any of you happen to be interested in things like, I don't know, random number generators, I have some of that on my stream as well, although I'm not nearly fast enough as some of the other folks. It takes me much longer to get through a seed.
Hey, as long as you're having fun, randomizers. Shout out to Sky Bills, host of RNG.
Shout out to Sky
show
Bills
preceding this. Yeah. Super awesome show, buddy. Yeah, randomizers are great. You can. Is there an Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim randomizer? There's got to be, right?
I think there
is a door randomizer, yeah. And
oh my goodness!
Did
that sounds awful.
A run of that, sort of. It was 40 minutes.
Wow.
Wow.
That's really good. Door rando is head explode. It's so much to keep track of.
just
especially with how many doors there are.
It's one of those things that I really wish got traction, and I would do it more if it got traction, but it's just yeah.
All right.
I mean, I could try it.
I would love for more people to try it.
Next time, door rando on Game Masters.
Yes.
Kronos, let's
there
go
are
jump
so
to you.
many things I've done in this game. But Kronos first, sorry.
Yep.
We'll get to you. Don't you worry.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and Kronos, longtime speedrunner. Now I think it's 8 years at this point almost. Wow. I want to say 7.5. But yeah, primarily doing Halo speedruns nowadays. I'm prepping for a big Halo Runs easy relay race that is happening this weekend. So if you want to tune into that, that will be streamed on twitch.tv/Halo Races.
Oh.
And if you want to cheer for my team, the yellow team, let's go. But yeah, I'm prepping for that by doing some reach runs. So I'll be doing some of that in the next few days, basically. And yeah, apart from that, do a lot of other Elder Scrolls runs, done basically every Halo, every Elder Scrolls game, done Baldur's Gate 3, just too many speedruns. I think the number of speedruns I'm at is in the 30s.
So that is a large number.
That is a lot of speedruns.
How many of those can you just whip out at any time?
A few.
Yeah.
I wish I could do more. I've done big marathon streams of like a bunch of my games called Chronosthon. It's been a while since I have done one because I've been super busy with all these events and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So yeah,
Well, Halo
But,
is always a
yeah.
good time.
it is always a good
I highly
time.
recommend checking out the Halo Reach co-op run from last GDQ.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, it's
that
great.
was a great run. So make sure to check that out if you haven't. When I ran that just this past week.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Pekkanen. I know you had a lot on your minds. Let's hear it.
I've done about a bajillion Skyrim runs.
bajillion,
No
okay.
exaggeration.
Yeah, what I'm recently most proud of is all achievements. Go check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/pekkanen_sr. That I got in 5 hours 42 minutes. I'm definitely
Whoa.
like the only person who's done like serious all achievements Skyrim runs.
I'm amazed it's that fast. Yeah, that's incredible.
There's a lot of stuff in all achievements in this game. It took me probably 150 hours to like route and practice on top of like thousands of hours of running this game. So I've done, I think, about 30 different Skyrim categories, but now I'm on more of a hiatus with Fallout 4. So I'm trying to do Fallout 4 all achievements, and also trying to get the Fallout 4 any percent world record at the same time.
Okay, good luck. That's
what I've
so
been up
much.
Yes, that is a lot. Pekkanen has done so much for Skyrim speedrunning. Like that bajillion hours is not an exaggeration. There's so many new categories out there. So if any of them appeal to you, you can definitely check out speedrun.com. We have a link to our Discord where we can help.
But this category, Glitchless Main Quest, is definitely a #1 recommendation for beginners. There are so many people, but what's great about this category, like as a first category, is there are a lot of people who have done this category, so it's super easy to get help with it. And it's also just like a perfect first category to learn if you want to run Skyrim.
Okay. And I guess as for myself, I'm Kiara_TV. I've been hosting the show for quite a bit of time. Do a whole bunch of stuff. Right now, I'm doing one-handed games, doing a lot of old point-and-click adventures. Because I injured my left hand at GDQ, so what does a gaming speedrunner streamer do without it? All right, I'll figure something out. Now it's challenge run time. So, but yeah, again, big thank you to Musical Daredevil, Kronos, and Pekkanen for doing this awesome Skyrim no glitches main story quest speedrun with the bonus Morrowind. The first time I heard about Morrowind being run doing cutscene in Skyrim, just I knew I had to have this on. So, but I hope everybody enjoyed. But unfortunately, that is going to be it for Game Day. But if you're curious what's coming up on Hotfix, you can check out this week's schedule for our full season lineup at gdq.gg/hotfix. But after the break here, we're going to be doing some reruns of Summer Games Done Quick 2025. So if you missed any of the runs, there's so many good runs I need to catch up on. I'm not sure about you three. But that will be coming up right after the break. I'll see you next time on